what Andy would want.
We are live, yo.
Wait. Oh, early.
What's up? Are we early? We're not early.
At least on my side it says live in 22.
Oh, well, that's wrong.
Okay, I love it.
Yeah, we're here.
Wow. Hello, everybody.
What's up?
All right, well, my view is definitely skipping. I can't see us. I'm streaming in the blind. That's
God.
All right. Hello.
Great
fam.
start to the day.
Yep, we're off to a technically perfect start. Welcome to Black Market Live. Me, I am Yo Soy Wise Owl, Brandon Nisnick. That is Nate Bridges, Black Market himself.
Yes. What
and
is up?
Oh my gosh, you've got a great shirt. The images of your shirt are slowly coming to me. This is kind of a theme around here. Nate's awesome shirts. What do you got today?
Yeah.
What is this?
Today is it strange to dance? And it's oh hey, my dog's in here.
Oh, your doggy.
What's up, dog? Hey, Elton, chill, bud. We just started
Hi,
the show. Is it strange to dance? T-Rex, Mark Bolan, and it's him.
Oh, nice.
It's like a woman birthing a doorway and him walking through the doorway. So,
of course.
pretty wild stuff. Hey,
Yep.
bud, what the heck? I'm trying something today. Having my
Streaming
dog.
with a dog in the room. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Streaming.
How's that going for you?
So far, he's proving to be exactly as I expected, unfortunately. But he's chill now. Now he's in the chair. Now he's back in here. We'll cut to Elton Cam.
Okay. I'm not going to be able to see him. I literally have no idea. Something happened like right before we went.
There's Elton. Everybody say hi to Elton. He's being good now. But yeah, chaos. Stream is being fucky for some reason, and
Is it being messed up on your side too?
no, I don't think so. I think it looks
Okay.
fine for me.
Well, anyway, I forgot to tell you guys that this is the music show. So we
Also,
we stream live.
you guys tell us. Does the stream look shitty or weird to you
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah, please let us know. Is there any issue with the stream, the smoothness of the stream or the choppiness? Please let us know. Thank you. This is the live stream. We are coming to you live from our respective recording studios. Mine is in Los Angeles, California. Nate is in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yep.
We're old buddies. Old buddies and current buddies. And
Yes.
this is where we talk about music, we discuss it, we analyze it, we review it, we talk about completely unrelated things sometimes too. But we also record music. Our project, Black Market Dub, we get a lot of that recording work done here live with all of y'all.
Heck yeah, we do. Yeah, and today on the show, we're going to record some Radiohead. I worked on a remix for Creep yesterday. Last week, we kind of fooled around with the idea of maybe
Excited.
doing Radiohead, especially after Brandon completely forgot that we started a Talking Heads remix, which I wonder if you remember yet that we did that. No?
Did we?
Yeah, we did, but it's okay.
What song did we do?
We did Take Me to the River. We
Oh.
started Take Me to the River.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Wait. Was that my fault? Us abandoning Talking Heads?
No. But we
totally
started
forgot.
we started Talking Heads, and then I just was like, you know what? It would be kind of fun to do Radiohead. We haven't.
Oh, and I didn't
It'd be
even
fun
notice.
just to do something totally new artist completely that we haven't done before. So we're gonna do Radiohead, and I've got a loose remix for Creep prepared that we're gonna have Brandon record bass on, obviously, and probably the main guitar part as well. I added
cool.
I added a bunch of parts. I added like a bubble organ and piano and
Yes,
a
you did.
guitar skank, and also like a distorted guitar part that I'm not sure maybe we'll use, or maybe we'll double it. I was kind of thinking. It's pretty cool. I'm curious to hear what you and all the viewers think, though.
Yeah, I'm excited for you guys to hear this. I got to hear a preview of Nate's tracks. It's very cool.
Sweet. And
Radiohead
okay.
in reggae.
As always, we've got tons of music to review. We've got Eno cards. We've got all the good stuff you guys are anticipating, I'm sure. But more important than that, tomorrow, I'm going to switch over to this. Tomorrow, we are debuting the inaugural episode of our new show, our new music review show called Playback. Episode 1 drops 24 hours from right now. So if you're watching this video later, it's going to drop Friday at noon Central Time, okay? And it's set up as a premiere. So if you guys want to go over, hit the link. It's in the pinned comments on YouTube, and it's in the link in the bio of the video as well. If you guys hit that link and hit the notification bell, you can be notified to tune into the video, and we can all watch it live together tomorrow when it drops. But this is a really big deal for our channel. This is a totally different kind of content than we've tried before.
As you can tell by the thumbnail, this is this is different.
Yeah, it's really fun. Me and Brandon are loving doing this. So we're planning on doing a ton of these shows. We've got a whole library list of albums we want to review. But basically, the gist of the show is that Brandon and I sit down together across the country from each other, and we pick an album and we review it together, and we analyze it. We talk about the themes. We talk about how the album was made. We talk about, do we like it even? Would we recommend you guys listening to it?
A lot of the technical aspects of it, a lot of the historical background that goes into it. Kind of just a general discussion about any and all topics that come up when you're talking about this album. Just, two guys who recently listened to this album a few times and then got together to talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I saw Arjan, I saw you asked in the comments, he said, so are you guys going to turn the Beatles into dub next, or did I misread the link for tomorrow's show? So someday we probably will do Beatles and dub. I don't know when that will be, but someday I'm sure we will. But yes, tomorrow, the link for tomorrow is for our first episode of our new show, Playback. We're reviewing the Beatles album Rubber Soul with the hopefully a curiosity-piquing subtitle of "Is this an underrated album?" That's the case.
Tune in and find out.
Yeah, tune in and find out. That's the case we attempt to make in the video. But yeah, I can't express to you guys enough how important this is that we have a good launch for this series. So if you guys can go over. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. If you want to watch the video as soon as possible tomorrow, please hit the notification bell, like the video as soon as you can. And the biggest thing you could do to help, this really truly will help.
What is it? I don't even know what it is.
This will help our channel grow and help us be able to do this forever, which is what we're trying to do.
Whoa. Tell us, Nate. What can we do?
We need people to watch this video in order for it to get caught up in the YouTube jet stream and kind of get more views. So if you can share this video when you watch it, please share it somewhere. Share it on Facebook. Share it on Reddit. Share it on Twitter. Wherever you can think of that you think people would dig this video. Send it to your mom. I don't care.
Yeah, because even if you don't like it, she might.
Yeah, exactly.
She might like it.
Yeah, if the video in the description, if that link might actually not be working. So if it's not, here's the proper link. So make sure you just hit that link. I just commented it. But anyway, I'll fix that link in the description, but it should be correct in the pinned comment and that link I just posted right there.
You didn't have to, oh, there you go.
So now it's good.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
Nice. Okay,
so yeah, I'm really looking forward to hearing what you guys think about the new show tomorrow when it drops. Please don't hesitate to make fun of us or let us know.
please. Oh
Let's tell me
shit,
you
it's
think.
Tommy.
Oh my God, it's Tommy.
Whoa, damn, that was a nice delay setting you
Yeah,
got on your
yeah,
voice.
that was on the half of a 1,000 BPM setting.
Yes. Hello, Tommy from our homie from Capitol Records. Also,
Yep.
we got Papa Jocko in the chat. Good to see you, Papa.
Oh, yeah.
And for some reason, Andy is still here. Andy, who said that he wasn't going to be here, is
Yeah.
still here for some reason.
Liar.
I mean, I'm not bothered by that.
Yeah, me neither.
Or am I?
But yeah.
Am I bothered that Andy's here? Anyway, we're super excited for this. We're like fake editors now. We had to learn so much about like video editing and
Insane.
I watched probably 15 or 20 different like little YouTube tutorials on like how to do something.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're still not real edit. I mean, we edited a video. We edited videos.
Yeah.
And it got to the end and it's done. And I think it's funny. But
yeah.
But there is such a thing as real editors.
Right.
And actual editors who like went to school, studied, and have been doing it for years. That's not us.
Right. Yeah. We're
But we slapped something together.
yeah, we're teaching
love.
ourselves, we're teaching each other.
Yeah.
We're,
We got heart.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're Rocky in the first third of the movie. We're not at even Rocky 2 yet, where he wins. We're so far from actually winning a match.
Yeah.
We're way back there. But yeah, I don't know. We made the show. We made the show for you guys, so we're really excited to see what you guys think, and it's gonna be fun.
Tell us all the good and all the bad.
Yeah, expect a lot of playback in the near future. Yeah, and if you want,
and you'll hear the theme song that we made live on the stream. We did it like a month ago or something on this show. We made the song is in there.
Yeah, if you want to go back and watch that, there's a stream from like a month or two ago called "Why Would We Need a Theme Song," and in that episode, you can watch us make the theme song for playback, which was really fun. I'm so glad we used that, by the way, because one, it works really well for the show, and two, I just would have hated to like gone through that whole process where we make something like with the audience and then don't use it.
Because at the end of that stream when we made it, we were like, yeah, we're probably not going to use this.
Yeah.
Like,
so
never
glad
mind,
we did.
everybody. We'll make a better one later, and then we'll use that in the show.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Wound up being great because the show itself wound up, I think, kind of reflects the song, because the show at times can be kind of frenetic and frantic and lots of edits and funny inserts and stuff like that.
Stupid.
So, yeah, nice and stupid.
It's nice and stupid. So I think you guys will like it. If you like this, what we're doing,
you'll probably like
it's this, but better.
You'll probably like playback so much more than this show.
Yeah. It's like the same thing, but way better.
Way better. Like it's. Imagine if me and Brandon could actually edit the things we said in real time. That's kind of what playback is like. It's like, imagine if we had the superpower to sound cogent and coherent.
Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah, because you take this 3 hours down to like 45 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Much more than half of what we say is just gone.
Yeah.
Just take it out.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, goddamn, how fun. Yeah, it's been, I don't even know. So me and Brandon, we've been editing 2 episodes concurrently. So we filmed 2 right around the same time. I won't spoil what the second album is, but he edited. It's already
done.
Yeah, they're both finished. They're both ready to go. But we're not going to release the second one for at least a couple of weeks, probably like a month maybe. We recorded them at the same time so that we could both edit at the same time and kind of learn together as we went and kind of maintain a sense of continuity, at least as far as like editing styles go. So Brandon edited the first one, and then the second one is the one I edited, and we're just going to switch off like that because I think that's been a pretty good workflow so far. But I'm so excited. I was telling Brandon before the show started, I'm almost like pissed off that I decided to drop it tomorrow, but that's the smart
Why?
thing. Just because like I want it to be out. I want the world to see it already. It's like
No, I mean, why are you pissed off that it's coming out tomorrow?
because I wish it was coming out today now. But I think it's smarter. I think it's
see.
smarter that
So
it's coming out
tomorrow
tomorrow.
is. That's how excited Nate is. Everybody,
Yes.
tomorrow is not soon enough.
It's not.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
I got you.
There's potential for 2 Beatles on Earth to listen to us make jokes about them. So,
Yeah.
And tomorrow that may not be the case.
That's right. I can't talk in the morning, you guys.
it's all
You know what? Just forget what I was going to say. I'm not even going to find the words and finish that thought that I began. Let's just let it go. What if we do that? How often do people do that? Like they forget a word and they're like, you know what? I'm just not going to finish it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just let it go.
That's fine. We've talked enough about playback anyway. Yeah, please go watch it. That's the point we're trying to make. See, if this were a
Yes.
playback episode, 10 minutes ago we would have ended the segment where I was talking about watching playback.
All of this would be like 4 sentences, and it would be 4 important sentences that make sense,
Yes.
and then we would be talking about something else.
Yes, exactly.
And you'd be watching and go like, this is so much better
Yeah.
than the stream. Wow.
The other fun thing we did this week, I want to call Jerry friend of the show, but Jerry's never been on the show, and he also doesn't watch the show. So I can't really call him friend of the show.
So we can call him whatever the hell we
We
want.
can call him
'cause he's
wherever
not
we
gonna
want.
see it.
Fuck Dick,
Well,
Jerry
I mean,
Pines. Just kidding. Jerry Pines, my former roommate and just one of my best friends on earth.
Yeah, Jerry is incredible.
He's hired me and Brandon on the side to basically produce like a whole EP for him, and we've been kind of going like song by song. And
Great songwriter.
excellent songwriter.
Great
right?
singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
Americana style guy.
Yeah. But yeah, so this past week we dropped a new track with him featuring Mr. Wise Owl on vocals, all over the place on vocals, at least in the outro. Bass, of course, and organ and keyboards. Brandon played keyboards and organ as a professional for the first time. Well, I don't know if I
Yes.
should say that, but you were hired specifically for that.
Yeah, right. It was the first time that somebody else, like, specifically hired me to play keyboards, and certainly this is the first time that I ever played keys professionally in a style other than reggae.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the big thing for me. It was like, wow, this is an actual gig to play a style that's not reggae.
Right. And
on
you
the
said
keys,
you had to do like some research to like actually figure out how to play that style right.
Yes.
Right.
Yep. As soon as he he asked me if I would do it, right? Because for whatever reason things had been falling through with the other people who he would normally ask, real keyboard players is where he started.
Yep.
I was already playing bass and singing on his music. He asked me to do it. So at first I was like, no, you can't. You can't do that, Brandon. But then I decided to actually trust my ability to learn how to do it
Yeah.
and accomplish it and pull it off.
And it's sick.
So-
It sounds really good.
So I said yes, and then immediately went to YouTube and started watching tutorials on how to play country piano. Right? So I already know the basics of piano and a bit more about reggae and ska specifically. But I don't know. Bye, Andy.
Bye, Andy. Cheers, bud. Thanks for
All the
hanging
best
out for a
at
minute.
your appointment.
Yep. Your
I hope it's
appointment.
benign. Appointment.
Yeah.
I can see you now, by the way. The video got fixed.
Yes. That was we just killed the Reddit feed. That
Oh, Reddit was slowing us down?
Reddit fucked us today. So I think we're just done with Reddit. I don't need to fuck. I mean, it's awesome. There's a lot of people that could watch the videos, but We just get downvoted to shit wherever we try to post. And
so our stream got bogged down by downvotes.
exactly. It got downvoted so hard, I imagine. No, I don't know. It just was... I have like 60 programs running when I do these streams, so adding Reddit on top of that is just... It's kind of the straw that broke the camel's back kind of thing.
And just so you guys know, there's many different places to stream on Reddit, but our show doesn't exactly fit the rules of any of the channels on which to stream on Reddit, because there are some channels that are for talk, right? But as soon as we start playing music, which we're going to be doing plenty of today.
Yeah, all the talk heads are like, boo!
Yeah,
boo,
why aren't
music,
you talking?
boo!
Why are they playing music? I hate music.
Yeah.
I only like talking.
Yeah.
And then when we stream on the music channels,
and we inevitably talk for a long time.
We talk too much.
Yeah. They go, stupid talkers. I hate it.
Yeah. That was in the chat last time, right? stupid talkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were talking about Jerry's stuff, learning keyboards and all that.
Yeah. The part that I would leave in if I was editing what I'm saying right now is I watched YouTube tutorials on how to play country piano and practiced a whole lot. And practiced. And it was really cool, man. I really felt like I felt like a teenager again. I felt like young. Cool. I felt like I was 13 again, like learning, because like, I mean, you know, like how it used to be like before playing like the first few concerts that I ever played, like the main concern was literally just being able to get my fingers to do the thing to play the music tomorrow night at the concert.
I was still worried about that the last concert I played. I mean, fuck.
Yeah. So, it was very, very cool, very exciting, and very scary in some ways too to be in that beginner place again. But
well,
I'm very I'm very happy. Honestly, I'm proud of myself that I gave myself a shot and I said yes.
That's awesome.
I think I would kind of feel a bit down on myself if I was like, no.
Right.
No.
Right.
You can't do that. Don't say yes to him, Brandon. You can't do that. You're not a piano player, Brandon. You bass playing asshole. Stick to the bass. Loser.
That's literally never what I tell Brandon. I tell Brandon to do everything because it's better, usually.
I know. This is what the mean voice in my head says sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I thought it would be cool. I also, my role on it was I kind of basically helped arrange.
Producer.
Yeah, I produced the whole thing, kind of helped arrange it, helped pick a lot of the players and kind of direction we were going to go in. You know,
Nate is the producer of this album. I don't know why he's trying to make it sound like
I'm trying to
some smaller version of that. The artist hired him. Will you produce my album? And he's producing the entire thing.
That's what I did.
Is what's happening.
That's what I am doing. And I mixed it and I mastered it here at High Noon Audio. And
exactly.
Printed it to tape and all that, the whole nine. Just like I do for all this Black Market stuff and Wise Owl stuff. I thought it would be cool. We haven't watched any, or we haven't listened to any Jerry music on the stream yet. And I thought it would be cool. We should just check out Dark Circles, give Jerry a little bit of love. I dropped the link in the chat. Also, you can find Jerry's music on Bandcamp.
I dropped the link to Tidal, which is useless to you. So go ahead and.
Tidal is useless to everyone because I'm the only one that uses it. But whatever, I don't care.
Does anybody else here use Tidal?
No one does. There's no fucking way. But I'm trying to make Tidal happen.
Okay.
Jay-Z, I got you. I got you, buddy. Jay-Z, I'm in your corner, Jay-Z.
Papa Jockus is back in a wee bit. Got an appointment to deal with. All right.
I sincerely hope you guys are leaving just to like smoke weed or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, is that like a safety meeting?
But yeah,
Do you guys, by the way, do you guys in around the world in other climes, do you guys call a weed break a safety meeting? I'm curious.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
let us know in the chat.
Well, yeah, let's check out Dark Circles.
Yes.
And you guys analyze the track. We always analyze stuff. You guys analyze our music. You guys tell us if we did a good job or not.
Yeah, and tell us how we can improve.
Yeah, go follow Jerry on Bandcamp as well.
Storms rolling in off the coast. Time to batten down the hatches again. You'll never get used to the blow of a gale force wind. Blows through your heart and your soul and leaves you with nowhere to hide. And I'm so damn tired of covering my bloodshot eyes. Oh, but these dark circles ain't getting no darker. The sun comes up, I'm feeling better. There's brighter days ahead, just wait and see. You know, a song and a friend is all I really need. But I can be a melancholy dude, as cold as the Canadian moon, as distant as a ship disappearing on the deep blue sea. Let the northern wind take me where I'm meant to be. Oh, 'cause these dark circles ain't getting no darker. The sky fills up with birds and laughter. The flowers crawling through the cracked concrete. Angels hover over every street. Oh, but these dark circles ain't getting no darker. The past is gone, it hardly matters. There's brighter days ahead, just wait and see. These dark circles ain't getting no darker. The sun comes up, I'm feeling better. So bring me that horizon that set me free. You know, a song and a friend is all I really need. These dark circles ain't getting any darker. These dark circles ain't getting any darker. These dark circles ain't getting any darker.
Word. Dark Circles, Jerry Pines, everybody, featuring yours truly and the wonderful Brandon Nisnik, aka Wise Owl, and also Sam Small, who you guys probably remember from the Grateful Dead and Elton John EPs that we did. Sam is another dear, dear friend who just absolutely demolishes anything he approaches.
Yeah, he's playing that that like All Things Must Pass
Yep.
Steel guitar.
Yep.
What's the? It's not. Is it lap steel? I always get confused about this. There's lap steel.
Yes.
There's
Pedal steel.
pedal steel.
There's
Are
slide
those the same
guitar.
thing? Slide guitar.
Lap steel
Are
and
these
pedal.
all three different things?
Three different things. Lap steel and
Okay.
pedal steel are similar, but very different at the same time. Tommy, great track. Thank you, dude. Thanks for listening, man.
Thanks, Tomiusness Hessiensius.
That's definitely how you say it.
That's his birth. That's his birthday. That's what Tommy is short for.
But yeah, what was I saying?
I don't know.
This is where the edit comes
lap
back
steel,
in.
pedal steel.
Oh, lap steel, pedal steel.
Slide
Yeah, so
steel.
a lap steel,
Stainless steel.
a lap steel is a guitar essentially laid flat, tuned open with like a really, really high action, like usually like, I don't know how far, half inch off the fretboard or something. It's like crazy high action. And you use a bar, like a steel bar to kind of slide around on the neck and play notes and all that kind of thing. Similar to a slide guitar in that way, except that a slide guitar you play just like a normal guitar and you just play slide.
But is that its own instrument, or you
Yes.
do that with a normal guitar?
No, it's its own
No.
thing. Lap steel is its own instrument. And then a pedal steel takes the idea of a lap steel another degree further in that it introduces pedals that you play with your feet
Okay.
that change the tuning of the strings on the guitar itself. And usually on a pedal steel, there's usually more than one neck as well. There'll be two different guitar necks that are tuned to like different keys or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, man, super fun track. I really had a lot of fun working on that. We have two more we're doing with Jerry kind of on the docket that we're gonna try to finish up in the next month or two. But rhythm guitar is very tumbling dice. I think Sam would love to hear that. That's kind of exactly why we hired him. We basically gave Sam, the guitar player, the way we would make the tracks, the way we do all the tracks on this. And I hope it doesn't sound like this. The goal of the tracks is to make it sound like a full band, right? But basically, hopefully not to get too inside baseball, but this is a production show, so I think you guys will probably appreciate this. Basically, Jerry will send me a demo version of a song, and I will tempo map it, just like I tempo map a potential remix for Black Market. It's the same process. So I tempo map the song. Then I go through, and just like how when we make a Black Market track, we select what kind of drums we want to use from a library of drum performances by Horseman. Same thing. There's all
Horseman.
kinds of
Horseman.
respect be to the horse. Nay.
Giddy
and-
up.
Yeah, giddy up. So we'll go through a library of drums as well, but they're usually more stylistically appropriate. We'll go through kind of like folk drums or rock drums or whatever. And we'll pick the drums, and then we'll lock those down to the same tempo grid. And then we literally just fill in the blanks. We replace the scratch instrumentation, so we'll replace the demo vocals, the demo acoustic guitar that Jerry did. And then we just fill in all the other sections that we want fulfilled. So we'll have Brandon play bass. We'll have Sam play guitar. On the older songs, we had another keyboard player who would play keys and organ. On this one, we told Sam, we basically said, we want the guitars to sound like Neil Young was playing rhythm guitar and George Harrison, circa All Things Must Pass, was playing lead guitar. And Sam is great at that kind of thing. Like anytime I tell Sam, that's my favorite thing to do with Sam, is I just give him like a prompt like that, because he's so good. He's such a great player, and those like classic styles and those classic kind of players are so like, imbued in his style that like he really can just like conjure that shit like out of his ass. Like it's crazy. And
Out of his ass.
out of his ass, yeah. That's where he keeps his G string. But yeah, My dog's staring at a wall
Yeah, I
right
can
now.
see Elton. I was just looking at the wall. Nice.
Elton,
Good.
what's up, buddy?
That's perfectly healthy. Isn't that the door out?
Yeah, he's trying to get out. I'm gonna let him out real quick.
All right.
You wanna get out?
Yeah, there we can see the majestic Elton. Here he goes. Here's our look at the dog. Yeah. Oh, he's got a fluffy tail. He's got one of those like duster, feather duster tails. That's nice.
I'm trying to, trying to include Elton in the show. He has no interest at all. He
Yeah.
just wants to bark and leave.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we got to see him in his feather duster tail.
Oh yeah, that's yes.
Yeah.
I wish it acted like a feather duster. It's the fucking opposite. It's just like coats our entire house in hair.
Oh.
So it's actually a
just
good thing.
hair depositing duster.
Yeah, it's actually a good thing he doesn't want to be in here because it'll just fill my studio with hair. But my girlfriend's gone doing a remote work thing today, so it's just me and my boy. But yeah, please, if you guys can go. All this show is us just begging you to click different links and like.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just a link vehicle.
It's a vehicle to promote.
Yeah.
But
Just
yeah,
to hawk links to people.
Jerry's a good friend of
Foisting
ours.
links upon the public.
Yeah, Jerry's a good friend of ours, so go check his stuff out. There's 2 other songs Brandon and I have done with him, and 2 more on the way. So yeah, go check out Jerry's track, and yeah, thank you guys for listening to that. Glad you guys seem to dig it.
We got anything in the way of like mailbag or anything this week?
Mailbag, it's some kind of supply chain issue with mailbag. So no mailbag.
No.
Yeah.
No mailbag.
No mailbag, but we do have our viewer submitted music, which we can get to. What up?
All right.
That's the
It's your
official-
guys' music.
Yeah, that's the official viewer submitted music sound.
Viewer music. So yeah, so this is the part of the show where we listen to your music. We are open for submissions. The queue, the lineup, the waiting list
Yes.
to be featured, to have your music played is, as you can tell, much longer than the mailbag list.
Yes.
The
Yes.
submissions for this are much healthier, which is understandable.
Yes.
I mean, but yeah, no, this is the part of the show where we listen to your music. We feature it here prominently for everyone to see. We share your links and promote your music. This looks really cool. I love that
yeah.
artwork there with that car.
This is
And
classic
cool guy on the wall.
major cool
very
guy
cool.
alert.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And we promise to be nice and to be positive. We talk about how much we love your music and what we love about it.
Yes.
And we also will offer you some input if we hear anything. If we hear anything about your production, your arrangement, or performances, or whatever it is that we hear about the way that your music is made that may serve you, may help you out with to either improve this track or your future work, which you're welcome to take our suggestions or leave them.
Or shove them up our asses.
Yes.
That's an option as well.
Yes, that also is an option.
Not as popular of an option as I would think.
Yeah, people are usually
People
pretty
are very receptive to our comments.
pretty magnanimous about it.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So yeah, first up on the segment is an artist who goes by the name Alcool 68. At least that's what this specific EP goes. The artist goes by. I think overall his artist name is Dak Crowell. And if you're in the chat, go ahead and correct me if I'm off on any of this stuff. He's based out of Champaign, Illinois. He says in his bio, he's a composer and performer in electronic and electroacoustic media, concentrating on avant-garde ambient works studied with John Anthony Lennon, not who you maybe were thinking.
Wait, what?
John Anthony Lennon, I imagine that's some teacher of some kind who shares the name with a Beatle, which is very fun.
Oh man, could you imagine?
If we're reviewing somebody who like taught.
Well, yeah, I mean, like if you're like
learned
into
songwriting
music
from
and
John
it's your, you're a musician and the thing that you do and that you want to do is to like be a musician and work in the music world, but it just so happens that your name is Paul
John
McCartney or John Lennon. Like, the hell do I do with that?
That's cruel. Yeah, it's
Thanks
not
a
fair.
lot.
It's not fair.
Anyway, okay.
Honestly, better than being like Julian Lennon, frankly.
Yeah, that's
Julian
true.
Lennon seems like he's had a rough go. So he's also studied with Salvatore Martirano. I'm definitely saying that wrong. Another person who I'm not even going to try and say, also known to do vaporwave and related sorts of sonic tampering. Born and raised in Nashville. What's up, my guy?
Nice.
What's up? Currently resides in Champaign, Illinois. So I really like his stuff. He has a ton of music on his page. He's got dozens of full albums and EPs and all.
Can we
kinds of
see
stuff.
the lineup, the discography? Oh yeah,
So
this
yeah,
is
this
impressive.
on Bandcamp, this is what you want. This
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of this
Bandcamp
kind of thing.
artist,
Yeah,
fellow
Bandcamp
Bandcamp
artist.
artist, just like us.
This is what you want. You want a discography that is just like people could just get lost in your music for days and days and days and days. This is a good thing to have. This is kind of my philosophy as well. Is the more the merrier. You know.
It's a good thing Andy isn't here. I know what he would say. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Right.
Something about some pop star from the 2000s, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
So he didn't give us a specific track to check out. He just said, "Hey, here's my page. If there's anything you like, go ahead and play it." Which
Oh wow.
I would
Play
say,
anything.
in general, I'd prefer if you guys gave me a specific track, but that's okay. So he's got all kinds of stuff though. Like this one, Pacific, is like it's a 60-minute single track, and it's like an ambient kind of
Whoa.
droney. Really, really interesting piece of music. I kind of skimmed through it. I wasn't able to listen to the whole thing, but
Wow.
really, really cool. That was his most latest one from 2019. And then he's also got like this one called United States, and this other one, Malls Unlimited. These are both like classic like vaporwave style albums.
Okay, that must be what the Alcool 68 thing is a
Yeah.
vaporwave.
Exactly. So he
Artist
does.
name.
He's got Dak Crowell, which is kind of his overall thing, which is kind of more ambient electronic stuff. And then when he does specific kind of vaporwave outrunny type stuff, he goes by Alcool 68, which you actually see all the time with vaporwave artists. That's like a very common thing, which I think is really cool. And even look, he's even got I believe that's another artist name, but it's in
Yeah.
some kind of character.
Japanese.
Yeah, Japanese or some kind of characters I don't recognize. So
It's
the
Japanese.
the vaporwave stuff is really cool, but this one really jumped out to me because this one kind of looked and seemed, just by looks alone, it really stood out to me amongst his wall of music here because it's very 80s. It's got this classic kind of outrun
Yeah.
setting, but also these like
I love the pillars.
the Greek pillars, which is kind of more of a vaporwave thing. So he's kind of this All Cool 68 thing that he's doing is kind of that's the world he inhabits, a place between kind of vaporwave and outrun styles. But I think kind of leaning more on the vaporwave style. So the one that I thought we should definitely check out. It's kind of long, but it's a really good track, and I want to check it out. It's called "Checkin' Out at Circle K." I could
Okay.
not resist
Yeah.
showcasing "Checkin' Out at Circle K." Having grew up next to a Circle K, and I don't know how many. I don't know if is Circle K a national thing. I always thought it was
Did
kind of
you?
more just a
Wait,
California.
where's
thing,
your
but-
parents' house? And so me and Nate grew up in the same small town. And there's only one Circle K in Atascadero, right?
There's two.
Is it the one by Kmart?
No, I grew up next to the one, or maybe that was a 7-Eleven. Maybe that was a 7-Eleven. I grew up by the one. There was one like kind of by the high school. I thought that was like at the intersection of El Camino and like I don't remember. This is not interesting to any of you.
And Kerberville?
Yes, yeah. Was that a 7-Eleven or a Circle K? I want to say that was a Circle K.
I think it was a Circle K when we were little, and then
Yes.
it became a 7-Eleven.
Yes. So when I was a little kid,
All
when I was over there,
All right.
yeah, it was a Circle
You're
K.
right. There were two.
Yeah. So checking out at Circle K. If any of you have any nostalgic Circle K memories, now would be to drop those. Now would be the time to drop those in the chat.
Drop your Circle K.
Yeah. If you're like me and got caught,
It's a gas station in the
Yeah.
USA, by the way. Yeah.
if you've ever gotten caught or gotten away with stealing something at Circle K, now's the time to tell us the story.
All right. Oh, this is good.
Yeah. All right. Checking out at Circle K from the album Monte Carlo Nights by our boy Alcool 68.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Very.
I would definitely put this on at a party
Yes.
while we're vibing.
I totally agree.
Right.
That's kind of exactly my thoughts as well.
Something that you put on if you want the party to be good.
Yes. Yeah.
If you want things to get crazy.
Yep.
So I'll let you go first because
Okay.
I know you're the more of the vaporwave expert than
Yes. Yeah. So typically, like for me, it's hard. It's kind of hard to categorize this, musically, which honestly doesn't really matter all that much. But he's doing several things in this track that I think are really cool and are a really cool like mesh of styles. Pulling from the vaporwave world is his just absolute abuse of this sample. Just absolutely stretching this sample to the point of breaking until it just sounds cool, which I really love that about vaporwave. One of the hallmarks of that style is they'll take like a famous pop song from the 80s, or maybe not even a famous one, and they'll just artificially slow it down by like 200% or 100% or something, and then build a track around that, and that's like the song. And so he's definitely doing a little bit of that. Like I said before, the art style is very evocative of kind of more outrun stuff, although musically it's not quite so outrunny. But the one
What's
thing
Outrun?
Outrun is kind of like you're probably not familiar with like Kavinsky. He's like the hallmark kind of famous outrun artist, but outrun is kind of more like oh man, it's hard to describe like someone in that style because it's new. It's like a retro 80s kind of revival genre. Like there aren't like people from the 80s that really did it intentionally. It's kind of just very evocative of like those big, huge guitar sounds, laser beams, palm trees, Miami Vice.
It's kind of an interesting thing, man, where it's like it right now in this day and age, you can make something. I don't mean this day and age I just mean later.
Yeah.
In the present moment, you can make something that is overtly 80s.
Yes.
Or, I mean, even 90s or 70s or 60s or 50s or 40s or anything, whatever.
Yeah.
Something that has all of the traits that you associate with something. But when you look at actual 80s stuff that was actually made in the 80s, it's hard to find a real world example that is that overt. It's kind of more like just a collection of our memories of it or impressions of it.
That's what makes this genre so fascinating. It's basically like nostalgia music. Like they're not.
That's what Outrun is.
Vaporwave definitely more so, I would say. But Outrun, I think you could kind of throw it in there too. Although there's more concrete examples of something from the 80s you could probably call actual Outrun than Vaporwave is like an entirely new thing in the last like 10, 15 years.
Right. Yeah. I mean, nobody was
Yeah.
making songs out of slowed down songs.
Right. Yeah.
Ever.
But the thing they have in common, is that, and the thing that I find so fascinating about them is it's less an inspiration of like a specific artist. It's more like it's more the inspiration you're pulling from is like memories and like sense, like almost like sense memories you have of that time and of that period, and you're trying to like evoke like an old memory or something. That definitely in vaporwave is a thing. I believe it's called hypnagogic music.
Interesting.
Let me see. Yeah, it is.
Hypnagogic music.
Hypnagogic pop. Is a pop or psychedelic music that evokes cultural memory and nostalgia for the popular entertainment of the past, principally the 1980s, although now even more emerging is like 90s stuff too. It emerged in the mid to late 2000s as American lo-fi and noise. Musicians began adopting retro aesthetics remembered from their childhood, such as radio rock, new wave pop, all that good stuff. Video game music's another one. Soft rock is a big one. So yeah, definitely like
okay.
this is the thing you want to look up if you want to really like understand like the underlying bedrock of a lot of this kind of music. Is this hypnagogic pop thing. So it's not like they're saying, oh, I really love, you know, fucking Genesis and I want my stuff to sound like Genesis. It's not that. It's
right. It's not copying actual music from the time.
Yeah, it's like if you could find like a mixtape of like and people do this a lot. Like there's a leak, not a leak, but like there's this famous example from like 10 or 15 years ago. This mixtape, I guess for lack of a better word, came out. It's not even a mixtape, but it was like these tapes were released and they're called the Kmart tapes. And basically what they were recordings from like the late 80s and early 90s of Kmart would hand out these tapes to stores. And it would be like a 2-hour loop of just like the most muzak soft rock crap. Like no artist, like there wasn't any like artists or like pop songs or like anything recognizable like in the slightest. And it'd be interspersed with like announcements that would play over the PA system, like on sale is fucking this and that.
Oh, that's incredible. I want to hear that.
Yeah, so people found that stuff, and like that's the influence. It's stuff like that. Like it's like it's not like a particular artist. It was just like these weird like muzak kind of things.
Yeah, there's a whole industry for music that is made to be played in stores.
Totally. Yeah, and that is the primary like influence on this. Kind of maybe not this specific album, but definitely like this kind of stuff. Like watch, I'll play some of his other kind of more vaporwavy, like overt vaporwavy stuff just in the background while we talk. You can kind of get an idea of what that kind of more overt like vaporwave stuff sounds like. This is great.
Whoa.
So this is more like this is just straight up like mall music.
Yeah.
Let's check out Dressy Casual. Yeah, so it's like...
So there's that slowed down
Definitely.
mall music.
Definitely. Slowed down mall music with just a giant reverb filter on it, just to kind of make you feel like you're like lost wandering around in a mall like right before it closes or something. Like it's to use a common term that's been popping up a lot lately, it's very liminal. It's very like in between awake and asleep state.
It's kind of how I feel right now listening to this. Yeah. I mean, I already felt that way, but this is like playing right into it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that's what I find so fascinating about it is that it's like it's just a very strange. Yeah, exactly. It's a very like strange,
it's effective.
It's effective, but it's also just a very strange type of music to like just pop up and be super popular all of a sudden. I think it's like kind of a this is a whole tangent on vaporwave we don't have to go into, but
You just caught yourself about to dive into the deep end there, right?
Yeah. But to go back to this track specifically, I love that he's kind of drawing from that world a little bit, principally with his like kind of just abuse of this whatever this sample is. I don't think it's even credited, which is another hallmark of vaporwave.
That you don't credit the sample?
Yeah, they just sample tons of shit.
Okay.
Like that's honestly, vaporwave is the reason I felt safe to do what I do on Bandcamp, because I saw the vaporwave thing blow up, and I'd go check out all this vaporwave stuff, and I'd be like, these are all just fucking samples. All of them, every single one is just some crazy sample that is just, there's no way they're asking for, all these artists are asking for rights to do this, you know? So I figured, hey, that's kind of what I do. Seems like a safe place for this kind of thing. But yeah, getting back to this track specifically. So yeah, there's a cool kind of low-key vaporwave influence, but it's also like, yeah, it's very dancey. It literally reminds me of some of the clubs I went to in Europe when I was first exploring kind of electronic music. like his use of like percussion is really strong, and just the
Loving
back
that cowbell.
yeah, that cowbell percussion thing, and just like his backbeat is so strong. This is a great example of a song where like if your backbeat, if your drum beat, if your drums and bass are strong enough, and like
You can do anything.
literally you can do anything. Everything else can just be window dressing.
Yeah.
As long as that like spine of your song is just like rock solid, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, this reminded me of like nights in Ibiza, nights in Berlin, nights in Prague. It's got that same kind of vibe, which I gravitate to. It makes me nostalgic for that stuff, those experiences
Yeah.
I had.
Nostalgia.
Yeah.
No matter how you have the nostalgia, it gets you.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, I just love any kind of track that is like purpose built for driving, partying. You know, I think this kind of stuff's great. I think he did a really good job. I think if you were to get into negatives, it's hard for me to say, because like, okay, if you were to actually talk about the negatives of this track, I think what you'd be doing is you would be getting into stuff he's actually doing on purpose. Like
That was my thought too. Like, yeah, you know, like I did have some questions or some elements of it that were like, well, you shouldn't do that.
right,
But it seems like this is a
super intentional, all this stuff.
yeah, it's a style of music where no, you are allowed to do that.
Yes.
Like that is actually part of the effect.
Yes.
Because like how you're talking about, it's a very like impressionistic type of
Yes.
form. It's not meant. It's not meant to be what it precisely is. It's meant to be what it imparts upon you,
Right. Exactly.
the way it makes you feel.
Right.
Only.
Yeah.
But sorry, go ahead, keep going.
No, those are great points, and yeah, you're kind of arriving at where I would hope you would have arrived at, where it's like, okay, is the track like kind of distorted? Yeah, but he's doing that on purpose.
It's supposed to be.
It's
yeah.
supposed to be. Is the track kind of compressed? Totally. Also doing it on purpose.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah. Like, so I think if you were to dock one thing, even this, I think you could add a caveat that he did it on purpose, is that it's long and a little bit repetitive, but it's also like, it's like a dance track. It's like, this is basically like a club mix. You know what I mean? Like this is the kind of track that if it came on like at a club, if it ended at 3 minutes, it would be a huge bummer. like
Right.
this is the 10-minute kind of club thing that you want, you know, so.
Yeah, right.
I'm
You're
sure if
supposed
I
to
were
explore every corner of the dance floor for this track.
exactly, I'm sure if I was more well versed in this production style, I could probably give him more specific pointers. But since I'm not, and this is something I want to do myself, all I can do is really like look up to this, and I think it's really, really cool. Like I said, if you weren't, I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt in that I'm saying, well, this is kind of like a club kind of track. If I were not to give it that benefit, I would say, yeah, it's a little bit long, but that would be like my main thing. It's just that it's a little bit long.
Okay. Tell me what you think about this, because my biggest suggestion to maybe don't do that is so the vocal sample that he's using in there, it sounds like what came with it is the drums from the original song.
Oh yeah. I kind of was
And-
hearing some of that too, actually.
And especially in the right ear, the
Yep.
tempo, and at moments the drums of the slowed down original song are as loud as his drums.
Yes, totally.
And the time has nothing to do with his pattern,
this
his
is a-
track.
This is a part
Right here.
where it's happening.
And to me, that makes me stop dancing.
It could. I guess, yeah, that is a
I
good
was
thing
like
to point
vibing on
out.
it, and then that comes in. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? But
I-
I don't know if that is part of the vibe.
Look, if that's an accident, I would say that's something to look out for.
Yeah, don't do that.
But to me, I actually kind of thought that was cool. It's a weird like stutter rhythm, but I don't know. It's kind of vibey for me. I don't know.
But there's a difference between it making a stutter rhythm and introducing a new pattern, and just clashing two things together that don't make the human body move in any way and say, well, it's a polyrhythm. You see, it's like no,
that's true.
it just doesn't.
I think the fact that it's somewhat repetitive in that I know exactly how it's going to stutter every time it happens. So I think musically you can kind of anticipate it, and then in that way, at least for me, it's kind of built into the rhythm in that sense that like since I know it's coming, and I know how to anticipate it, like it kind of works for me.
I can now because I've heard that section come across like about 15 times now since we've listened to this track twice.
Yeah.
But the first 2.5 times,
I think that's
I like literally stopped bobbing my head. I was like, okay,
I think that's a good critique.
what is happening?
I think that's a good critique. Maybe he wanted to do a weird polyrhythm thing and he went too far a little bit. I happen to kind of think it's cool, but I don't blame you for kind of.
But it totally works in the way of like painting with an emotional paintbrush of just like you're just supposed to get this feeling and just
It's
live
a collage.
in this.
Yeah.
Just live in this kind of headspace.
Yeah.
And that's a very dreamlike type of
Yes.
an experience, like, yeah, absolutely. Like in my dreams, sometimes it's like this, just drum beats that don't fit together
Yeah.
going on.
It's weird as fuck. Even hearing it right now. But I would be bummed if that didn't happen though. Even though it is a kind of a weird clash. Like I'm so glad that it does exist though. Like I think it's cool. It's something I would definitely never do. I wouldn't have like the gall to do that in a track. I would correct myself very quickly.
So that would be my one thing for you, Mr. Crowell, is just evaluate. Is that intentional? Do you mean for that to happen? Or so one option that you may explore, if you're open to it, is somehow kind of, finding a way to clean up and isolate your samples so that you get the aspect of the sample that you're intending to use, and taking a moment to shave off parts of the sample that you are not actually interested in using in your song. Food for thought.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, we've spent plenty of time on Monte Carlo Nights album and the track Checkin Out at Circle K. Totally lost was thinking about Circle K. I meant to do that and I didn't do it once, but pretty awesome. Check out Alcool 68. He's on Bandcamp. I will drop the link in the chat right now. Also, the link is in the description.
In the chat.
Go get your slice of hypnagogic pop with Dak Crowell.
Yes, thank you, Dak. Good job. Let's get a little dub clap.
Yes,
For Dak.
clap for Dak. Awesome. This next track
Yankees suck.
is by an artist who goes by the name Yankees Suck. He's from North Bay, Ontario. I don't have any other information about his
Well, that's a freaky. Look at that.
Nightmares.
Nightmares. Look at that cover.
Very
Holy
weird.
shit, that is.
He's another artist
Nightmares
who
indeed.
has just a whole bunch of stuff. He's got 3 6.
Oh, look at this artwork.
It's got 10.
Amazing.
Yeah, about 10 albums or so.
Cool.
So yeah, lots of really good stuff. He sent me a couple options. So he said stuff from this album, Rad, would be cool. He said a lot of people like that one. He has another one called Sea Punk, which is like nautical, like outrun, vapor wavy type stuff. So this is another vapor wavy artist.
Tree punk.
Yeah, tree punk, Place Beyond a Dream, Liminal Vacation. So you get it. This is the theme of this week.
Okay, I see. We got a theme.
We've got a theme. The theme is liminal, dreamy, space between spaces type of music. That being said, I did pick a song that is probably the most grounded in genres that we're aware that we're kind of more aware of cognitively.
What?
Like it's like I picked a song that's in a genre that's kind of more familiar to us. That's all.
Okay.
That's all I'm trying to
Gotcha.
say.
All right. I see.
That's not
Man,
in between.
All this liminal space is my brain is getting super liminal right now. What?
Yeah. So I wanted to pick this one because this is kind of more. This one's a little more straightforward than his other stuff.
Okay.
This one is. He says in his description down here: driving songs, time travel, racing games, sci-fi, synthwaves, all bangers, but best listened to as one entire piece. I would love to do that, but we are not going to be able to do that today. But I picked out Neon Beach Autodrive, which is like a great kind of outrun title. And I like this because a few weeks ago we had our boy Kyle Bagley on doing his reggae kind of video game music. And this is kind of in the same vein. It's not reggae, but it's very like kind of video gamey sounding, which I thought was really cool. So let's play Neon Beach Autodrive from the album Rad by the artist Yankees Suck. Awesome.
Hell yeah.
right.
Nice.
Neon Beach Autodrive. I'm gonna let the track roll one more time. I gotta go check on my dog. He's mad about something. I'll bring it back.
Okay. Elton found something in the house that he doesn't like. What do you guys think about the song, chat? I'll let the chat go first. First, you gotta say how good it is, and then you gotta say some suggestions for improvement. Go ahead.
All right. Neon Beach Autodrive.
I'm
What
sure everyone is furiously typing with their thumbs right now, but I invited the chat to go first and praise the song and then say
Okay.
what they give suggestions for
Nice.
improvement.
Nice.
Maybe nobody's writing right now. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe not. That's okay. So, do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
Sure. I'll go first on this one. I think I'm in the zone of this style of music enough now.
Yes, you are.
And like you said, like this one is much more, clearly much more intended to be something more resembling a traditional song. And
Yes.
a song that I made, and here's a song.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So some of the highlights of it, some of the strong points, lots of strong points.
Yeah.
Steady rhythm.
Yeah.
I think it's like mixed very well. The balance is fantastic. That there's nothing wrong with like the balance of sounds and instruments, and the levels, the way that it's prepared, the way that it's mastered, sounds great.
Yeah, it does.
And another really big strong point is the selection of sounds, the sound selections.
Yeah.
Which, as those who know me will know, that that's a drum I'm always banging when it comes to synthesizer music. That like, man, the selection of sounds
Yeah.
for each part is more than half of the battle. This is fantastic. Yankees Suck does a very, very good job of, carefully and wisely selecting the sounds that each new part in the song is going to play.
Yes.
It's big strength. In terms of an offering for a place to improve or a way to improve, could be, I would say, the rhythms of the parts of each musical part, each synth part that comes in. Two things. One is, I may be wrong about this, but it sounds like a lot of the synth parts are performed live by hand rather than being programmed in with like with a mouse on a grid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that it's really, that really lends to the like DIY vibe of it. It that's a huge contributor to the like made on a 4-track cassette recorder in a bedroom vibe that it is, I would imagine, is very desirable in this style of music. But the production of this is, it seems like it's a cut above that. So like the stereo field is taken up very well. Things are panned out. There's like stereo pads. Some parts are panned off to the left. Some parts are panned off to the right.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the mono sort of distressed, overly cassette vibe
Yeah.
that it could have. So I think if you're going this way and the production value is a little bit higher, I think the effect would be stronger if the performance of the notes was actually way more rigid and way more computerized, because that's actually the vibe of music made in the 80s with high production value. Is a lot of those parts were programmed.
Right.
and it was like a mixture of things being performed by hand and things that are programmed. But man, a lot of the times in the studio, that's something that a lot of these 80s productions don't get enough credit for, is the fucking virtuosic musicianship at the programming, but also how fucking good these musicians were who were playing these keyboards, and like how a lot of these things that are performed live with such precision that it sounds like it was programmed.
That was the era when like being able to just absolutely shred on your instrument was the coolest thing you could do.
Right.
And that's what audiences wanted. That's what hair metal was all about. That's what, regular metal was all about at that time.
Yeah. And all these dudes
lots of prog stuff.
Who had been, religiously studying piano since they were little tiny kids.
Yeah.
They just happened to be born in the right era, because by the time they were an adult, like, it happened to be that it was cool to be able to rip on a keyboard.
Right.
With like amazing, like superhuman like abilities, right?
Right.
So that's good. I'm not saying that you need to be better at the keyboard. That's not what I'm saying. Although that is never a bad idea, to just practice and practice. But what I mean is, I think that having some really precisely programmed or precisely performed right mechanically on the beat, mechanically on the note, might actually serve the vibe that you're going for here.
Yeah.
Now that plays off of my second note for you, which is, I think your song would benefit from diversifying the rhythms of the notes. If you look, almost all the parts are played on one of the quarter notes, on one of the beat 1, 2, 3, 4, ha, da, da, da. Most of the time when a note is changing. I'm trying to play my keyboard right now. It's not working. I don't know why.
Shitty.
Oh, because it's turned off.
That'll do it.
There's a lot of your melody is way better than that, and more complex than what I just played, but that's the rhythm of a lot of the parts that are happening. It could be cool to kind of like mix up and try to make some variation, like have a melody that has like some short notes, some long notes, some short notes, some long notes, or some notes that like, pick up on a gallop or fit in between the drum beats and stuff like that. That's a suggestion for you. I think you'll get some juice out of that.
Nice.
There you go. That's what I thought. Nate,
nice.
What do you think?
So I love the video game aesthetic he's going for. I think it's awesome. Another thing that just kind of puts me back in that time period of, growing up as a 90s kid playing Sega and Super Nintendo and all that shit. And he nails the sound. It's not exactly, but it's like it's very evocative of it, which I think is perfect. You don't necessarily want to make 16-bit, 8-bit video game music. You want it to have that feel and that to evoke that stuff, but you don't necessarily have to or want to literally do it. So he's definitely doing like music in his style that is, current, but kind of throwing back to that old kind of music too, which I think is really cool. As far as like the mixing goes, I agree with Brandon. It's really, really good. It's really well mixed. It sounds really good. The sub, I've got a built-in sub pack here in my chair, so I can really feel the subwoofer in this track, and it's like completely enveloping my body when we were playing it loud. So it's very like powerful, like low end, which was really fun and cool to listen to.
And listen, like I'm sorry to interrupt you yet again, but listen, like how cool this sounds this quiet.
Oh yeah.
Like when it's just real low like this, you can still hear all the nice little flourishes of the synths that are happening. You can
Yep.
hear like the snare drum pumping in there. Like that's a sign of a good mix.
Yeah.
When it's super quiet and you can hear
Articulate
the nice
everything.
little,
Yeah.
the nice little articulations of everything.
The one critique I
It's hard
had,
to accomplish.
the one critique I had of his mix itself was I thought the snare was weirdly like way quieter than the kick.
Oh,
The
okay.
kick was always very strong and very present, which is great. And typically, you kind of want the snare to match or at least approach matching that.
Yep.
But it really felt like the kick was like right here, and the snare and the hi-hats were like way back here,
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
catching up
Okay.
with the kick pretty consistently. And part of me was like, it's not horrible. It's kind of, again, it could be like a style thing. Some genres of music, like it is kind of cool to have the drums mixed kind of quiet. For me, I thought had the snare been a little bit louder, it would have had the same effect on me as the last track did, where when the kick and the snare is strong enough and it's a good tune, it's like you can almost kind of do no wrong because with all your other ephemera going on, because it just grooves so hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, this one still does groove really, really well. And in fact, the drum beat that he is playing is this really fun kind of stuttery, like the drums are kind of constantly stopping and starting, but it's like this pattern that repeats. So it's like it feels continuous even though it's not. But yeah, overall, I really liked the track a lot. I thought it was really cool. And I just think this kind of music is just so much fun. It's like it's pure like creativity, pure joy to
Yeah.
listen to.
I like how this is like music of the people too. You know,
It
like
is, yeah.
this is like a contemporary. There's always this style of music somewhere in the world which is like it belongs to amateurs.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
real normal people
Yeah.
making the music, and that is where it belongs, and that's the right sound.
Yes.
And it gets past, like once upon a time it was punk,
Yeah. Totally.
not anymore, but
Yeah.
this is it feels like this is what it is now, and one of those places where it belongs to the people. It's very cool.
I love that you said that. I totally agree. This kind of I've kind of had similar thoughts as that in the past, like kind of getting into this type of music, and it's like, yeah, it really is like, it is super punk rock, like at least in spirit, because
Yeah.
it's like no one's asking for permission, everyone's just
Yep.
doing it, and everyone's
Exactly.
doing it, and
Just do it.
yeah, and
And they're
so-
prolific
and
too.
they're super prolific. Yeah.
That's another thing that has that punk rock vibe too. That it was like no permission. It's like,
yeah,
I'm gonna release like 65 songs in a year.
yeah. Who cares?
Yeah,
Yeah,
go fuck yourself. Here's more songs.
yeah, exactly.
Here's 80 songs in a year.
Yeah.
I got more here.
Definitely
know,
cues.
like,
I've
it's
taken
awesome.
cues from this community with my output as well. It's just like, who cares? Like there aren't rules if you're not signed to a label or something. Like, who gives a fuck?
Right?
Make music and put it out. Like, no, and like
Yeah.
here's the thing that's like that's tragic about this stuff. It's like a lot of it's really good, and maybe this is a consequence of everyone in the scene being so prolific, is that it's like you look at this album, like nobody's like supported it, unfortunately. I'm sure he's gotten people listening to it, but it's like
Right,
there's so much.
Because if somebody had bought it or subscribed,
Yeah.
it would be written underneath the album artwork right there,
Exactly.
and there isn't anyone there.
Yeah. And which
Get
is
in there, chat.
Yeah, get in there.
Sorry, go ahead.
Which is a shame because it's so good.
Yeah.
But there literally is like there's so much, like there's so many artists that are doing this kind of thing, and there's so much of it that it's like it's hard to stand out among the crowd. So I do kind of feel for a lot of these, for not just in this genre, just anybody on Bandcamp. It's like to stick out is so fucking hard.
It's the trade-off for doing something that is popular.
Yeah.
While it's popular,
Totally.
you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a double-edged sword. I mean, you know, you get to ride the vapor wave, but but you're also, you know, one of many, many
Yeah, exactly.
while you're doing it.
But yeah, great job by Yankees Suck. Also one of the all-time great band names I've ever heard.
Love it.
It's really
Does that
awesome.
take you back to your Boston days?
It does, yeah. Although I wonder, he's from Ontario. I wonder if he's talking literally about the Yankees or about
Or just Americans.
Americans.
Yeah.
Either way, good for you, man.
Yeah.
So
Good
yeah,
way to rep Canada. Good job.
yeah. The link for this album is in the chat, and it's also in the description of the video. So go check it out. This is a fun group of songs. I'm glad we've gotten to kind of hear a couple of the other ones as well while we've been sitting here. But let's give a nice little dub clap for
Yeah.
Yankees Suck.
Good job.
Wow. Awesome. Well, I feel now's the time in the show where we should probably dive into Radiohead. But before we do,
it sounds like you have a plan.
we need to pull a Nino card. This is amazing.
Oh my God, really? So this is a deck of cards. We call them the Eno cards. They're actually called oblique strategies.
Yeah.
And I got a burp that's right there. It's right on the cusp. Okay. Oblique strategies. This is a deck of cards created by the great music producer Brian Eno
And the other guy. Don't forget
and some
other
other guy.
Yep.
It's a deck of cards that's meant to be used in the recording studio when you find yourself kind of like in some moment of creative block or some like, okay, what do we do? Do we need another way of thinking about this problem or this dilemma or this impasse
Exactly.
that we find ourselves at? You draw a card and it's got a phrase on there that is specifically designed to kind of shake up your thinking in the way that
Yes.
your brain is looking at something.
This
And yeah, so what do we got?
So today we've got a card that would this would really shake up the show if we were to implement this card today.
Oh my God.
To the point where I don't know if we can do this card. We may have to pull another one, unless we can think of a way to implement this within our minds somehow. I don't know.
This is provocative.
Go outside, shut the door.
Oh. Yeah. So, right, like you could imagine you're working on a song in the studio
Yeah.
and you're kind of like you can't see the forest anymore.
Nope.
That would, that
That would help.
would be good. Go
Yeah.
outside, shut the door. Oh shit. Okay. You mean just like leave this behind and like get some other sights in my eyes
Yeah.
and some other sounds in my ears and
Mhm.
yeah, that would break a cycle. And
Yeah.
maybe
Little-
help you break out of a cycle,
Yeah,
maybe or something.
feedback loop that was preventing you from
Feedback.
performing or
Exactly.
writing or something like that.
Like that. But yeah, I don't know if we should literally do that right now. Probably not.
How could we do it though? What is that? What could that mean without literally going outside and shutting the door? What would we do?
Go outside, shut the door.
So I would say how I would interpret that would be go outside like your comfort zone and don't look back. Go outside of the style you do and don't look back. Don't fall back into it or that's how I would interpret that. Maybe we keep it with that in mind in the back of our minds as we approach this next segment where we record some Radiohead parts. Which for if there's any band to kind of take conventional thinking and throw it out the door and don't look back, it would definitely be Radiohead because they're a very unconventional band in a lot of ways.
Truth. Mad truth.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. This is this is a perfect example of of kind of the weird situation that we have with Eno cards on our show sometimes, which is we're caught between two things. One is Eno cards are awesome.
Yes.
And we pull them and they're fun. It's fun to put like the whole show through a lens. An Eno lens.
Yes.
But then on the other hand, they're designed for these dilemma moments where
Yes.
you're in the process of working on something and you've reached an impasse.
Right.
And you need a new way of thinking. And like it doesn't always work when we're not at an impasse right now. We haven't even started working on anything yet.
That's
you
true.
know? So to preload a way of thinking when there's nothing wrong with any way of thinking yet,
That's true.
doesn't always really work.
That's true. It's true. I think a better way to do Eno cards, and we should start just doing this in the future, is just to have maybe the chat can just. We can only do it while we're recording or while we're working on music, but the chat, if it becomes apparent that we are struggling with something,
Somebody
somebody in the chat can just go, Eno card, bitch.
Hit the
Eno button, you
button.
fucks. That's how they could say it, and then we could pull an Eno card.
Hit the Eno button, you fucks, is the magic phrase.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah,
that's good.
The thing is, we would really need chat's help because otherwise I will forget. If you remember, there was like a month where I didn't pull an Eno card because I just fucking forgot every week. But
I didn't even notice that.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yep. Can you tell me and Brandon have had a busy week and we're fucking tired again during the stream?
We've been fake editing.
Yes.
Okay, should we start working on this effing S?
Yeah, let's dive into Radiohead.
All right, so
yeah, if you guys remember last week, we thought about doing some more Talking Head stuff, but then we decided let's just do something totally new. Let's do an artist we've never done before, and I'm really glad. Not that we're probably going to do more Talking Heads like this year, I would imagine, but it's always just so fun to like just to dive into a whole new artist with this project, because it really like widens like the aperture of the scope of what this project is, and And Radiohead is one of those bands where it's just like, to me, they're kind of like the 90s, like Pink Floyd or something. Like,
yeah,
I don't really know who else I could compare them to in classic rock. And so they're perfect for reggae. That's why Easy Star All Stars did Radio Dread. I mean, they're like prime for this kind of treatment.
Yeah, fans of reggae, fans of Radiohead, fans of remixes, fans of just anything having to do with the concept of remaking popular music as dub reggae. If you haven't heard an album called Radio Dread,
It's so good,
by Easy Star All Stars, it's a dub, completely remade dub reggae version of OK Computer.
Honestly, I'm curious your thoughts on this. I think that album, in a lot of ways, is as good as Dub Side of the Moon. It's like Dub Side is always gonna have the edge over it, just because, one, it was the first, two, it's Dark Side of the Moon, which is like just the biggest album ever. But like the sound, the production on Radio Dread is like it's like a lot bigger sounding than on Dub Side of the Moon. The performances, they get a lot more like they get a lot of like eclectic like singers on it.
Dude, the lineup of singers on that one,
it's amazing.
That one and the Sgt. Pepper's one, the
Yeah.
singers that they get are ridiculous.
The only one I haven't listened to is they did Thriller, and I really need to listen to that one. I've not heard their Thriller version.
In my opinion, it's not as good.
Yeah.
It's not produced by Tikla and Victor Rice. It doesn't have Tikla and Victor Rice,
That's
who
too
are
bad.
that duo of Tikla and Victor Rice is like the secret
Yeah,
to this
it's
to
true.
magic of Easy Star All Stars, in my opinion.
It's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna avoid stepping on their toes in any way. So we're not gonna do anything from OK Computer.
Because it is one of the, I mean, Easy Star All Stars is the definitive, reggae remakers
Yes.
of popular music.
Yes.
They basically invented it as a genre
Right.
when they did Dub Side of the Moon, changed everything, and then they and all the rest of us followed up by going, oh my God, that's such a good idea.
Right.
You could do this, and we could do this, and we could do this, and we could do this.
Yep.
And then everybody started doing it. But they're still,
The
Easy Star
best.
All Stars are still the best.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
greatest. And yeah, so, but to answer your query there, yeah, I think Radiohead is the peak of it. I
Yeah.
think it's the best one.
Yeah, I
It
kind of do
is-
too.
Radiohead, that one album is probably the single most influential thing on Wise Owl, what Wise Owl is, the Wise Owl
Definitely.
music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's I like Radiohead more than I like OK Computer.
Whoa, I couldn't go that
I
far.
would
but
rather listen to Radiohead.
I would
than
have
OK
to
Computer.
listen to them back to back again. I don't think I'd be prepared to say that right now, but yeah, I can I get why. 'Cause
I think it's an improvement.
Fucking awesome.
Personally.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
awesome. I love that.
There's your hot take for the day.
I think
folks.
if you were to say, if you had to pick one, if I was gonna say, okay, you can have the original Dark Side of the Moon, or you can have the original OK Computer, and whichever one you pick will have a Easy Star All Star. Whichever one you don't pick will have an Easy Star All Star version. I would rather Dark Side of the Moon stay Pink Floyd than OK Computer stay Radiohead.
Oh, so one of them, the original, has to disappear from
Yes.
history?
Yes, and
Holy shit.
and then, but be replaced by Easy Star's version.
Yeah. I mean, look, I understand how, I do get it, how most people don't feel the same way.
Yeah.
But the way I feel is, yeah, Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon has more to it that the dub version doesn't have
Yeah.
than OK Computer has stuff going on that Radiohead doesn't have. And
Yes.
that's one of the things that makes me love Radiohead's Radiohead so much and think that I kind of feel like it's an improvement, is because it's astounding how much of what's going on in the original that they retained.
Right. Yeah, and it's so much less friendly for dub too. Like
Yeah, dude.
Radiohead.
I try to imagine what was going like in the room when the first time that whoever came up with the idea,
Yeah.
when they first pitched it, like, dude, you know what we need to do next? Because it was the second one. They had
know,
only
I know.
ever done Dub Side of the Moon before this.
Yeah.
What are we going to follow it up with? Hey, dude, let's do OK Computer.
I mean, that's
I feel like they must have been like, what
I know.
the fuck are you talking about?
Because OK Computer
No
is like
way.
a huge like guitar album. Like I don't think people really think of it
How's
that
that
way.
going to be reggae?
But it is like there are
Yes.
massive guitars on OK
Yes.
Computer.
Yes.
I think when people hear the name OK Computer, I bet you they remember it probably more like what Kid A actually sounds like. You know, Kid A is the one that is just like pure computer noises, not OK Computer. OK Computer is like it really is halfway between
yeah.
the Benz and Kid A.
Yeah, it's rock, man.
Yeah. Kid A is the one that I think needs a dub treatment. I wish we could find we can't find any Kid A stems for anything. Obviously
Really?
that stuff's got to be under lock and key. I mean
Oh, what a
that
bummer.
album is like the album of the century so far, I would say. So
Yeah.
there's nothing out for Kid A, but if there's ever Kid A stems, you better believe that we're gonna do some Kid A and dub. That would just be fucking too sick. But For this one, we're doing a couple. We're doing a couple from In Rainbows and a couple of earlier ones. We're doing one from the Bends and we're doing Creep from Pablo Honey.
Pablo Honey.
Yeah.
Yes,
We're gonna
it's
try
known.
and do My Iron Lung, which is an amazing song. Probably my favorite song on the Bends, honestly. And I've never been a huge Bends fan, to be honest, but it's really good. But my real fandom of Radiohead kind of starts with OK Computer. But the Bends is awesome. And probably the best song on the Bends is My Iron Lung, or that's one of the best songs. But that one's going to be tricky because there's crazy as fuck tempo changes in that song. So we're either going to have to come up with two different drum beats to accommodate, or that's going to be weird. We might save that one for last, and it kind of still remains to be seen if we're even going to do that one. If it's too weird, we might do something different, but we'll probably take the challenge on, I imagine.
I believe in you. I
Yeah.
believe you can figure it out.
I think we can too.
If you can, it always comes back to Beach Boys for me. If you can find a way to do these fucking songs from Pet Sounds, you can figure it out.
Yeah, we'll something interesting will happen, no doubt.
Yeah. Okay. So I got the chords here in front of me. So it's just the same chord shape
The whole
the
time,
whole time
yeah.
through.
Yeah, it's one
Wow.
chord shape. It's super easy.
Never knew that.
Yeah,
That's rare for
I know.
a song, especially for a successful song.
I know. It's kind of one of those things. I was
One
thinking
chord
about
shape
it,
the whole way.
working on it last night, and I'm like, so the chords are what? It's G, B major, C, C minor. It's
Yep.
that equation for pop superstardom it was just sitting there. And Radiohead
It changes keys twice.
does it?
Well, you got G. You're playing a G major chord. Then you go to a B major
Oh,
chord.
okay. I
There's a
see
key
what you mean.
change.
I see what you
right
mean. So
there.
within the chord shape, it changes keys. Yeah, you're right.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, it's this just pop, pop brilliance, pop royalty, just sitting right under your fingers. You never know. It's a really, really simple chord shape, but it works so fucking well. I also just love how much they hate this song. That's my favorite part about it.
Yeah. Tell me about. I didn't know that they hate this song.
So Tom York refused to. This was their "Smells Like Teen Spirit" for sure.
Right.
It was huge when it came out, but the album itself wasn't received all that well, and still to this day is kind of not received very well. It's definitely my least favorite Radiohead record.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, they were kind of marketed as the grunge. They were thrown in with the whole grunge thing, and that's just not what Radiohead is. But yeah, they basically refused to play it for decades. Only
Wow.
recently, I think, have they started performing it. I watched a video a month or two ago, actually, of Tom York. I guess the whole band knew they were gonna play Creep at a show for the first time in it had been 10 plus 20 years, maybe 20 years or something. The whole band knew except Johnny Greenwood. And they surprised him because I think he hates it the most of the whole band. So
they surprised him on stage by starting to play it.
Yeah, and he has a huge part in the song because he has those gigantic, those big ass guitar things. So he's a huge part of the song. And you watch his face, he just goes, he cannot believe that they're playing it. He's just what the
gotta see
fuck
that.
are we doing? Why are we
gotta see
playing
this.
But it's
And
great.
then he just has to wing it, a song that. And if you don't know, just because you wrote a song does not mean that you know how to play it.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't played it for 20 years,
At the very least, he's pedal
you
board's
still
probably
gotta
not
learn
set up
it
for
again,
it.
just like anybody else.
Yeah. At the very least, I mean, his pedal board is so insane, I'm sure, to accommodate all these different Radiohead sounds and soundscapes.
Right.
I doubt
Yeah.
he had that one ready to
It's
go.
specifically curated for each song.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, man.
right. Well, would you guys like to hear Nate's dub treatment?
I'm really curious to hear what you have to say, especially with the drum choice. I was so on the fence about the drums, and I still kind of am, but I think we should do it because, one, we've never used this drum pattern before on any other song, and two, it fits in the tempo really nicely. Actually, the tempo is bumped up 1 BPM for the drums, but it's bumped down. The song was at 94 BPM, and I think the tempo of this is 92 now.
So it's a little bit slower than the original.
The song is slightly slower than the original, yeah. But it was kind of right in the wheelhouse for the drums. But it's kind of like a weird, like funky thing. So I don't know. I think for Creep, I think it's good for a song like Creep to just take a really big swing and to do something like very different and not super straightforward. I think would be cool.
Yeah. Well, let's listen to what we're starting with.
Let's
These
do
are our starting tracks, and this is the original bass, right?
Yes, yeah. Original bass.
From the actual original song,
and original guitar as well.
The clean arpeggiated guitar.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
original.
All right, nice. Let's hear it.
When you're in the phone, can look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special. But I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. You're so very special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Whatever makes you happy,
Breakdown.
whatever
Yeah.
you want.
End of the song.
You're so very special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow,
How did you do these drums?
but they'll
I'll tell you.
This is what I was trying to figure out.
I don't belong here.
Oh yeah, that's staying.
I don't belong here.
So, well, first tell me your thoughts overall. What do we need?
I think it's awesome, man.
Cool.
It's really good.
Cool.
Yeah, no, the drums. Yeah, it's not a one drop or a steppers or a
Yeah, it's like a
Boof bop,
Flyers kind of funky thing.
yeah. With the kick is on the upbeat and everything. But what it reminds me of stylistically is I can't remember if we were talking about it on the stream or not before, but you and I were talking about that London sound, that like
yeah.
early 70s style of reggae that like the Jamaican and Caribbean community in London was recording a lot of.
Yeah.
That had like the string arrangements on things, and the things were a bit more polished. It definitely had like the UK pop
Sheen.
music, a little bit of that quality imparted on the reggae.
Yes.
And this drum pattern feels like some of that music.
That's cool. Yeah.
So like
Yeah, there was other ones.
yeah, it feels British to me.
That's cool. Which great for Radiohead. That's perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah, there were other ones that were like one droppy, and I thought the one drop stuff would be great for these down moments like the verses, but it's not going to carry us during these big ass choruses.
Yeah, when the distorted guitar comes in over a one drop.
Yeah, it's not going to carry us like a high like energy drum beat. You can kind of downplay easier than you can kind of goose the energy of like a low energy drum beat, if that makes sense. Like in mixing, so yeah, there were other ones that were probably more reggae-ish than this one, but this one overall I think just fit the energy level of the track really well overall. And I just liked how weird it is. It's just a weird drum beat. We don't play anything in this pattern or style, so I thought it'd be cool to explore. I definitely am curious to hear what your approach to it will be.
Well, let's feel it out. The first step is always just take out the original bass and just play around with it and start feeling it. The main thing that I'm paying attention to is the drums.
Yes.
I may be taking away some elements well, let's just start. I'll show you. Watch.
Oh, do you want to hear how I did the drum thing at the end though?
Oh, yeah. So how did you do that?
So
The drums at the end section.
So I found the stems for this track. There's bass, guitars, vocals, and then I found the drums, but I found them from like a different source. So I wasn't sure if they were the same or what. I think they are the original drums though. But it was at the very least the exact pattern. Like it was the correct pattern. So it must have been the real drums. But I didn't want to. What I was thinking about doing originally was just like, okay, I'll just slice this MP3 I downloaded and just have those be the drums for the outro of the song. And then
This
I thought,
part right here.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then I thought that sucks, and it's gonna sound weird when I mix it on my console. All of a sudden, everything's just gonna like collapse. So what I did was, I just sample replaced everything. So I beat mapped that one section, and then I took a sample of the kick from this reggae drum kit.
Whoa.
And then I just went through and I matched every kick, and then I found a cross-stick sample, and that was super easy. That wasn't very hard at all. And then, but the cymbals were the hardest part. because if you hear what the drummer's doing, he's like kind of playing the same ride cymbal over and over again. What I ran into when I tried to sample replace those hits was when they're all at the same velocity, when they're all at the same like loudness, it just sounds like like
fake.
It sounds super fake. So what I did was there are two cymbals on the left and right that come every measure. They go like that, and that just kind of helps. I don't know, the cymbals sound more like they're ringing out.
Yeah,
but then
very real.
For this one, this like kind of eighth note thing that's happening, that's one cymbal sample replaced, in that rhythm. But every single hit is at a different velocity. So I turned one up, then I turned one down, then I turned one up, and so each and every one is at a different level, so that it sounds like how a real drummer would play. And I was like, I still didn't even think that would work, and I was like shocked at how good it sounded.
It sounds really good. It sounds real. I thought, my theory was, okay, so for this section right here, he took the original drums from Radiohead, and then for this, he just put in a cross-stick sample. I thought that's all you did.
Nope. All replaced.
That's deep. You've never done this much work on to create a drumscape for Black Market Project, have you?
Not really, no. But it just kind of, last night I was working on it, and I was like, you know what? There's no way to get around it. And I know how to do it. I just have to do it. So yeah, there's just no way around like half-assing it. I just had to. And I even got to the point where I was like, maybe I'll go try to find a cymbal in my garage and like play that myself, but I couldn't find one. So
yeah, it would have sounded pretty poopy if you did half-ass it.
Yes.
And it sounds amazing because you didn't.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it. I'm glad you caught that though, because I was like, part of me was like, I wonder if he'll even like notice that, or if anyone will.
Well, because I know the workflow, which is you work like me. You work from recorded drums from Horseman.
Yep. And
I know those aren't Horseman drums of him playing a ride pattern like that. So I was just right. I was like, how the fuck did he do that? Wow. Yeah, it stood out.
It's different.
Y'all. All right. So I'm gonna mute the original bass.
Yes.
And let's now.
Yeah, that bass, the original bass, weirdly, obviously in context of the track, it all sounds great. But like with my remix so far, it just the whole song sounds like there's like a hole in it. It's like very like woofy. I don't know what's going on this bass track. If I'm being honest.
This is like chorus.
Yeah.
Chorus.
There's definitely a chorus, but they're also just like it almost sounds like the bass cab wasn't mic'd, like close mic'd or something. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe.
Like it definitely doesn't sound DI.
Yeah, this is a bass cab.
Yeah. Yeah, you can hear. I feel like you can hear some kind of bleed from something.
This is an important part of the bass.
Yeah.
All right, let's play around with it, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, aside from bass, we got to do bass. I would love for you to do the arpeggiated guitar. whether you do it or I do it, I think we need to double track the distorted thing if we wind up keeping that. I'm on the fence about it. I kind of want to hear how the rest of the track fleshes out.
I agree. Should be more than one.
Yeah.
And then what was the second thing you said before the distorted guitar?
Arpeggiated guitar for sure. I would love to hear you try.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, it would be a good one for that stereo
Big time.
vibe.
Papa Choco, what did I miss? Radiohead.
Oh, what did you miss?
Tom York stopped in the chat. He said,
Yeah, Tom York was here.
fuck you.
And then he left.
Yep.
So we're going to keep working on his song.
Yes.
Whoa.
When you were before, can look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather.
Oh, that was the moment right there.
Beautiful world.
Sorry.
I wish I was special. You're so very special. But I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. So very special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here.
What do you think of this?
What's that?
What do you think of that direction?
Oh, I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
You got to do those walk-ups, but yeah, I mean, you could even
Yeah.
just punch
Yeah.
those.
Need the walk-ups. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's grooving hard. I have no complaints about that.
Alright.
That's rad.
Give me little bass. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. BS.
BS.
BS. All right. Let's put a track down.
Yes, let's. For anybody just joining, go ahead and you can continue what you're doing, Brandon.
Is the bass loud enough?
Oh, yeah,
Can you
it
hear
sounds great.
the balance is good?
Yeah,
All right.
balance is great.
Here we go.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, we're recording bass for our remix of Radiohead. Creep!
When
I messed up the pattern. I got a pattern in my brain now.
Nice.
Yeah.
It grooves so hard.
Yeah. And once there's like an arrangement for where everything goes, everything in its right place.
Right.
And once I get it there, everybody will be happy.
Yes.
Here we go.
When you were before, can look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special. But I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. So very special. I wish I was special. But I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Whatever you want. You're so very special. I wish I was special. But I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here.
Nice. Grooves so hard. This is a dance song all of a sudden.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the meat of it is there.
Oh, yeah,
There's
big
some
time.
details to iron
I
out.
definitely heard the second walk up. Did you do it the first time? I wasn't paying close enough attention.
Yes.
Okay.
But the second time, I think I hit it clearer. It was
Okay.
stronger.
Okay.
Let's listen through here. Actually, Let's just listen through from the beginning, and we'll stop and address any issues that we hear.
Yeah, I think we should definitely we should just listen to the outro and figure out, because I think you were still
Okay.
playing kind of your old pattern with a new kick drum pattern.
Yes, it was.
But I'm a creep.
It took me a second to figure it out. I ended up with this.
What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong.
Bum, dip, bum, 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 dip, bum, bum. Do you
Which
like that, or
Well, I think it should. Here's the thing: we have
Mm-hmm.
two ways of going about it. We can either I can move these kick drums around and kind of find a pattern that fits more, that's more different from the original, or if we leave it the same, I feel like you should approach it more similar to the original bass part.
Okay, makes sense. So let's hear what the original bass does.
Super.
Like that same thing verbatim?
I think so, unless we were to change the drum pattern somehow.
Okay. I'm trying to think of how to play basically exactly that, except Jamaicanize it somehow.
Sure. Yeah.
Because they, in the first broken down part before the backbeat comes in, I was trying to do a Nyabingi pattern,
I see. Yeah.
but it
So I mean, we could do
The
something
drums
like
are-
that, but the drums right now are just verbatim the way it's played on the original.
yeah. What if it was like dun, dun,
Whatever you want.
dun, dun, instead of
Okay.
bum,
I'll-
bum.
Can you play it now that way,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll move the drums around when you send me the bass?
Sure.
Okay. That's what I think we should do, because that would be cool. It gets weirder though when we get into when the cross stick comes in.
So it can still be, because the original is whole note, pick up, whole note,
Yeah.
whole note, pick up, whole note.
Yeah.
So this could be whole note, dun dun, whole note, dun dun. So it's not steady Nyabingi. It's Nyabingi every other one. So
Okay.
bum, bum, bum. So it's a combo between Nyabingi and the original Radiohead way.
I see. Okay, I like it. Let's do it, because we have the ability to make it whatever we want. So yeah, if we can reggaeify it, we should.
We have the technology.
We do.
Then let's listen to the second part.
I'm a creep. I'm a widow.
Yeah, so you would only change the pickup into the one,
Mm-hmm.
take away the pickup, and it becomes Nyabingi. So it's
Totally.
bum, ba bum bum, bum bum, ba bum bum,
Yeah.
bum bum, ba bum bum, bum bum, da dun dun.
Okay. Awesome.
So it's a fucking groundation version
Yes.
of Radiohead, of an iconic Radiohead drum pattern.
I mean,
kinda
actually,
cool.
if you'd rather, we could do the drum part together right now if you want me to. I can open up my Ableton
Sure.
session.
Sure,
I have,
it would make it way easier to just so that I know that I'm doing it right.
Sure. Let's do it, because I have my
All
Ableton
right.
session should be safe to open during the stream. I've got it all.
Gosh, I hope so.
Yes.
Do you need a moment? Because I can go through and fix everything else up until that part, or unless you're ready.
Yeah,
to do
go for it.
right
Go for it.
now.
I'll get it prepped, and you do the rest of your parts.
Okay, so I'm gonna be listening through the bass, and I'll stop and fix anything that was weird.
When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather.
There's the walk up.
Oh
That was the walk.
yeah.
Yeah.
You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special. But I'm a creep. I'm a widow.
By the way, because of his accent,
Yeah.
I always heard it, and I still always hear him saying, "I'm a widow."
Me too. But it's weirdo.
It's weirdo,
Yeah.
but
right.
it's like because of his accent, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know, the way he says it.
He says it wrong.
I'm a widow.
He's saying
It's so hard to like understand.
it's
but
widow. He's saying widow.
It's
It's
sounds like
settled.
fucking
Bang the
widow.
gavel.
I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice.
Why does that walk up sound so much better than the first one?
Are they the same?
Let's see. Okay, so this is the second one. Boo-doo-doo. Wait. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then let me find the first one. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yep.
Sounds the same.
All right. Okay.
Very
Moving on.
satisfying walk up.
It is. I never noticed before picking the song apart to do this, which is one of the funnest parts of doing this, is all the things that are happening musically in a song that you know,
Right.
that you never realized are happening.
Yeah.
This is one.
The little things that make it so effective, that make it such a great
Yeah.
song.
How the bass walks up. Wait, what's the bass player's name?
It's Johnny's brother. It's
Colin Greenwood.
Colin
Greenwood.
Greenwood.
Yeah, that little bass walk up is such an iconic part of how my brain follows this song, but I never
Totally.
realized it.
He is such an underrated part of that band. I mean, he's
Dude.
so fucking awesome. He's one of my favorite
Massive.
bass players. One of the great unheralded 90s bass players too. Like so many, there's a lot of great bass players that came out of the 90s, and he's not like always in the conversation, but he really should be, because the stuff he comes up with is like iconic. Like I'm thinking
Totally.
of, what's the one from Kid A that's like distorted? That that shit is so
the national
sick.
anthem.
Oh my god, I love that. I feel like when I bought my bass, that was the first thing I fucking tried to learn how to play, was national anthem. And then it goes down again.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude,
Exactly.
so sick.
Yeah.
And he's like a bass player's bass player
For
too,
sure.
because he just stands there in front of his amp with a big ass P bass.
Yep.
He doesn't move.
Yep.
He doesn't do anything. He doesn't make any faces. He just nails the bass.
Holds it down.
Holds it down. Oh yeah, that's like
Yeah.
it's like what a bass player is supposed to be like. He's the epitome of it.
Papa Jocko says, I've learned more in the last 10 minutes than a lifetime in the studio. That's awesome, man. Fuck.
Good.
That's
Good,
really
good,
cool.
Good. Yeah, man. That's
Yeah.
what
What
stream's
specifically
all
have you latched onto the last?
Yeah,
few
that's
minutes?
what I was wondering too.
The drum stuff or the bass stuff or what?
Yeah.
So I've got my session ready. Well, unless
Okay.
you want to keep doing bass stuff.
Yeah,
before we do this.
let's see. I'm halfway through the stream. Let me just get
Okay.
to the end, to the outro.
I want you to notice when I'm not around.
Lyrics too, man.
So very special.
Oh, I keep wanting to talk about the lyrics, but we'll do it after this.
I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing?
Could something more interesting happen going into the chorus?
But I'm a creep.
I was wondering that too. I mean, I think when we add the other big guitar, that should be the focal point to draw your attention away towards the coming transition. Should be those big guitar hits.
I think it should just stay on the 5. That's all it is. I think the
Okay.
problem is that I'm resolving.
Okay.
It needs to be.
Yeah. Hold the tension until the
Yeah.
chorus drops. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I'm resolving before the drop.
Nice.
Okay, so let's replace dot. Replace.
Replace that.
Okay,
I wish I was special, but I'm a creep.
Nice.
better, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm gonna go back and do the first course.
Okay.
Make my edits. Proof listen the edit.
But I'm a creep.
Yeah,
That's fucking
it's
awesome.
way better.
Way better. Feels more intentional too.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've got some Groove Stranger comments we gotta catch up on. There's a lot of Groove Stranger.
Struve Granger.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
First, side note, he mentioned he really enjoyed the blog series I used to do over at highnoonadio.com, which are still up. You can still read those blogs. And he says he's really looking forward to playback. He enjoys our review type content. So yeah, Groove Stranger review. The playback show is going to be, in a lot of ways, it's going to scratch that itch for me that the blog used to. I would love to do the blog again someday. Someday I hope to do it again. But for now, we've got more pressing YouTube things to do. And then he says, I totally have a bass suggestion for Brandon. In the original sheet music, part of the bass line is an ascending quarter note sequence, C, D, E flat. It's super clear just before the first verse starts, and it's repeated later too. So that's, yes, Groove Stranger, I missed your comment, but you're right on the money. That's
Was he telling us to do that before we mentioned that we need to do that?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, he said it happens in the intro. I didn't know that.
Did he say the intro?
Did he say that in the comment that you just read?
No, he said in the original sheet music, part of the bass line is an ascending quarter note sequence. He says it's super clear just before the first verse, but it's repeated later.
Oh, okay, just before the first verse.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I don't
so he
think
was
I played it there.
He was ringing the alarm bells to
Nice. Good looking out,
Yeah,
Groove.
good looking out, Groove. You're
That's-
on the money, dude.
Doing your job. That's
Yes.
good. This is going into the first verse. Oh, dude.
Ooh.
That's in the very beginning of the song.
Nice catch, Groove.
When you were for
Yeah, we
Nice.
gotta put it there.
Nice catch, Groove.
Yes.
Thank you, bud.
Okay. I did it. Okay. I'm gonna do that real quick.
Nice. Nice catch. Yeah, those little things we gotta have in there. You know.
when you were for
Changed the rhythm a little bit, but it felt natural.
Nice. Yeah. Groove Stranger, great job. He says nice, right? Yes, Groove. Very nice.
Yes. See how it sounds in context.
when you were for
Super sick. Perfect.
Way better. Way better.
Love that Groove's diving into the fucking sheet music for this. That's
man.
fucking awesome. Is it?
Right, yeah.
Groove,
He
correct
didn't
me
just
if
say.
correct me if I'm
That's
wrong,
okay.
but last week didn't you mention that you don't even like Radiohead? He was like, if you guys can make me like more than one Radiohead song that I like, you'd be doing a great job. I was like, wow, okay.
What
Man.
is the one?
Yeah, what's your one
Radiohead song that you
Radiohead
like?
tune, Groove? What's the one you like?
I would guess if there had to be,
This would be a good guess.
it would probably be Creep. If there's
Yeah.
only one Radiohead song that you like,
Yeah,
probably this one, right?
yeah.
Maybe not. We'll see.
Well, yeah, this is the only good song on this album too. So, I like if you heard a good song from the Bends or OK Computer or one of these other ones, if you were to explore those albums, you'd find that there's a lot of other good songs. But this one wouldn't surprise me if you heard Creep and were like, I gotta have that album, and then you listen to it and it's
Right.
like pretty shitty. I would. Probably,
Yeah, it seems like
I'd
most
probably
of their
skip
other
Radiohead, too.
songs, if you did like it, then there would be other ones that you also like. This is the most kind of like out in its own world kind of.
Yeah.
Thing. What else did Groove say?
Groove.
Any other?
Groove
Things
has.
that we missed.
Yeah, he says it's Creep. The only one that he knows is Creep.
Yeah.
That's the only one. That's what we figured, Groove. Yeah, man. I hope through the next couple weeks watching, you'll hear some other good ones that you'll like. I have no doubt. But if you want recommendations, I would just go in order. Like, The Bends is what their first album should have been. It's like a big distorted kind of grunge rock kind of album, but it's way fucking better than the album that has Creep on it, Pablo Honey. And then from there, Radiohead just completely charts their own path. Like, they are on an island doing their own thing, completely in a vacuum away from everything all rock is doing. Like, they're
Has nothing to do with the rest of. The music.
they're like if anything, everyone else is just trying to keep up with Radiohead, really. But yeah, OK Computer, amazing. Kid A. I mean, God, I don't have any. I can't say anything that has been said 1,000 times by people way smarter than me. But
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Did you say anything else?
He says, I just got to take time, make some time to listen. And he's been learning the bass part as well. So that's awesome.
Oh, cool.
I love that he watches along and learns the parts with us. That's cool.
Yeah. Then Papa Jocko says Edinburgh studios seem to care more for named acts, more than us little people, in my opinion. But they still take your cash, though. That's
how
true.
they do.
So do you mean like the when you go in the studio in Edinburgh, they don't normally like really teach, you don't really learn a lot about what's happening in there?
Yeah.
It's kind of more of like a keep you in the dark kind of a situation.
Yeah.
Is that what
Studio
you-
people are notorious assholes as well. So
Yeah.
it's not
I
the
don't
friendliest place to try to ask questions in the studio.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird, man.
Say that with all love and respect to my studio brethren, but we could all use an etiquette course, a niceness course. Towards the customers that come in. Actually, no, it's not. It's usually the customers are treated fine. It's like, I don't know. It depends, really. But you can get your head torn off in the studio real quick if you ask the wrong questions.
It's definitely an industry where people with no social skills can find a viable career.
Like tyrants, yeah. They rule with an iron fist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Let's keep going here.
Cool.
All right. So I'm going back to, where am I? Oh, this is the second. Oh, I know. I was going to find the first chorus to replace going into the, staying on the 5 and not resolving. So I'm going to replace this moment in going into the first chorus.
Okay.
So very special. But I'm a creep.
Boom.
Nice.
Snap.
Yep.
Okay. Proof listen that punch.
But I'm a creep.
Is it rhythm like too slow? Is it too behind?
Play it again.
I wish I was special. You're so very special. But I'm a creep.
I don't think so, but it's one of those things where, like, if you have to ask,
Let's do it again.
yeah.
Yeah. If you have to ask.
I wish I was special. You're so very special. But I'm a creep.
Played it the old way.
Nice. Sounds good.
I wish I was special. You're so very special. But I'm a creep.
There you go.
There we go.
Little things like
Flugal.
that just puts it over the top.
Yep. It's worth, if it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're going back to the second chorus, listening through. Should probably be the same thing again.
Yeah.
Don't resolve.
Yep.
And then, wait, let me listen through again, because there was a point where, so there's two variations of the bass line. The intro and the chorus is just 1 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then the verse one is
Okay.
doing that thing.
Yeah.
And there's one point when it goes into this bridge thing now. I think then the second one where I went to the bass line that has the higher note,
Mm.
but that may want to happen sooner.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm just going to listen through what I played and
Nice.
see where it needs to change.
Do
realized it.
Ooh,
Neighbors, man.
dang.
You've probably been hearing a whole lot of my neighbors today in the microphone.
Oh, is that what that is? I thought maybe
Yeah.
Griselda was home or something.
No, that's the neighbors. We share a little. My front yard is their backyard,
I see.
and yeah, that's so. One of her dogs is very old.
Oh,
This poor dog has like osteoporosis in the joints, in her legs, and it's like inoperable. Apparently, there's like it's basically just like she's just gonna have this until the neighbor decides it's time to say goodbye.
wow. That's
It's
sad.
kind of shitty. Yeah. So the little dog spends all of her time just kind of laying around, not walking. But every time she like puts pressure on her legs, she like yelps. Poor little doggy.
Sadness.
Yeah, man.
Dogs
Poor-
should outlive people. That should be a rule. That should be a law.
300 years lifespan.
Please, yeah, God.
Okay, I'm just gonna. All right, I'm just gonna play the song from this point out
All right.
now. At least until the Nyabingi section.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Then,
You could take.
and we'll do that.
I don't belong here.
Okay. All right, ready for new drum action,
Let's
Nady.
do it. Okay, so in this part of the song, this is the ending. Let's listen.
Whatever you want.
I've got the original playing too. Hold on. Also gonna just mute the bass too. Okay, so here's our drums. So what we want to do for Nyabingi is have it go bump bump right at the beginning of the phrase.
Yeah, so for the first section, it's going to be no, it's going to stay how it is. So it's bum,
Oh yeah.
bum bum.
Okay. So we just gotta scoot these.
Scooch magooch, exactly.
Wait, where is? Now I'm hearing drums somewhere.
Yeah, it's in like an overhead.
Oh, this is the original Radiohead drums. Here you go. This is what it did sound like. I think I've EQ'd it a little bit, but
Oh yeah, to keep that little cymbal action in there.
yep. Well, that's what I thought at least, but that's not what you have.
Oh, okay.
Whatever you want.
Bum, bum, yeah. Precisely.
You're so very special. I wish I was special.
Yeah, this is so cool, man. Bum, bum, bum.
Okay,
Da,
so
da.
now what do you think we should do for this part?
So it goes bum, ba ba, yeah, bum, ba ba ba, ba ba, ba ba
Got
ba.
it. Got it. Okay. So it should be like
And then every time da 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 da
right.
da da da.
Got it.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad A.
Yeah, this will be a very cool way to like flip the script on this part of the song. Little like backdoor Nyabingi, which
Yes.
sounds like something.
But at the same time, keeping that iconic drum pattern
Totally. Okay.
quality.
Let's hear what we've got. This should be it.
Whatever you want.
Well, actually, so we should probably add another kick drum right at the top here, right? Or no, it can be just one.
No,
huh?
yeah, 'cause it's
Whatever you want.
bum bum.
You're so very special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here.
That last one should be a single.
This one?
Yeah. Yeah, so the second beat should be bum.
Okay.
No, the other one goes away. No, sorry.
Oh, I see, I
the
see,
second.
I see.
Yeah, that.
Sorry.
There you go.
I don't belong here. I don't belong here.
Sweet. Super cool. Great idea, man.
Thanks, fella.
Kind of like staring me in the face, and I didn't even see it last night.
The middle of the night stuff, man.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna export this real fast.
Sometimes you gotta leave the room, close the door.
Fuck. It's true.
Yay.
All right. Exporting. Oh, everyone can spy on any upcoming releases in here. We've got more Elton John, more Grateful Dead, more Talking Heads, more Clash. For any sleuths out there. Oh, it's not done yet. For all you creeps out there, I should say. Groove Stranger says, "This is totally one of my karaoke songs, except for, the really challenging parts I can't sing." Verse 1, I've got it, though. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, feeling confident after the first verse, and then it gets to the bridge, and you're like, oh, shit.
Fuck.
Or it's always the moment that before it gets there when you realize, oh, no.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
exactly.
crap.
Yeah, Tom York's
forgot about this part.
a really good singer. He may not be your favorite singer. You may not like his voice. Those are subjective things.
Yeah.
The one thing that's not is that he's really fucking good at singing.
Yeah.
He has amazing control over his voice.
May or may not have a nice voice, but he is a incredibly good singer.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Okay, Brando, get ready to check your email. Just sent.
Checking my email. Bum, 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 bum.
My emails fucking suck your dick.
All right. Nothing yet.
Really?
Wait, hang on. My computer's just being sleh. There it is. Bingy drums creep. Download. Show in Finder. So this is the full length.
Yes, yeah, full length. Just put it back at the beginning of the session and just replace the other ones.
Okay. Shloop. Shloop. All right. Ready?
Yes.
Bah. Excuse me.
Whatever you want, you're so very special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep.
Damn.
Yeah. You're getting there.
I keep playing it twice as fast as it is.
Peace out, Papa Jocko. Thanks for watching, man. See you next week,
Later.
bud.
Later, jocks.
Yeah.
I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here.
Nice.
I keep playing it incorrectly. All right, here we go.
I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here.
Nice.
I think that's what the original bass does. Right, he walks up to the E,
Okay.
I believe. Let's see. Original.
Ooh.
Um, nope. It's up to a B.
Yeah. Let's throw that little lick in there. That's nice.
He goes to that major 7. Dog.
Yeah.
What you know about that major 7?
Too much and not enough.
I don't belong here. I don't belong here.
Nice.
Yo.
Very nice.
Okay.
Excellent bass work.
Thanks, buddy guy, man.
I feel like I'll probably overdub some like congas type stuff, like on those Naya Bingy beats to really drive home the Bingy.
hand drums. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't belong here.
Try to get the timing.
I don't belong here.
Oh, he does it kind of after, not leading into the
I
first.
don't belong here.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, I think I can edit with mine. Let me make a Frankenstein edit. I wish my computer was strong enough to be able to show you guys what I'm doing,
Yeah, it's all right.
but it's not.
It's all right. Yeah, just shift it. That's fine.
I need to grab another longer C note, C note, to it'd be so much easier just to show you rather than try to explain it.
I don't belong here.
But don't worry, everybody. It's gonna sound the way it's meant to sound.
This is where Brandon brings a lot of value to this project. It's not just that he's really good at playing, which is like, duh, of course I'd want him to play on it. It's this level of meticulous detail that he gets into. This is not something I would typically do, but it's awesome. It's awesome that he's doing it, and it's like I can't. I would never not want him to do this because it adds for like original fans of the music. It's these little touches that like they latch onto that like it carries it across the finish line in a way for real fans of this stuff to like be like, okay, these guys are cool. Like they really were listening to the stuff when they made
He
this.
made the bass note wait in the same way that Colin waited.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Let's see.
I don't belong here. I don't belong here.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Perfect.
Bass done.
Bass done.
Cool.
Very.
All right. What's next, baby?
I think we got to get that arpeggiated guitar part. That's a must.
Okay.
And I think we shouldn't play it the way Johnny plays it. We have to reggaeify it
Nice.
somehow.
Very
Either by
nice, okay.
making it a little bit more of like a stick thing, maybe, or
Yeah.
something,
More
something
staccato.
something rhythmically. We'll have to adjust to make it more.
Do you know how to
reggae.
play this already?
I don't know, but I could grab my guitar.
Yeah, help me learn it. Help me learn Johnny Greenwood, dog. The Tuning Orchestra.
Well, let's listen to the original in isolation. Let's start there.
Okay.
Does he play it the same way every time too? That's another question. So he's not doing it exact, but there is somewhat of a slight pattern. But he's not repeating it exactly every time, which is good.
The second time through the verse, he throws in the high note. So, okay. I noticed a couple things. So one is in the intro, he does the sus thing.
Oh yeah,
And
you're right.
he doesn't do it in the verse. So
Yeah.
when Tom is singing, he doesn't do that. So this part, it's just hanging out on that third note.
Yep.
And then when it goes the second time through the verse, he adds in the high note, the high E.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the first verse.
Yep.
Here's second verse. Same thing again.
Yep.
Same thing. Man, you can hear him click the distortion pedal. He plays it
Yeah.
in one take.
I know, it's fucking crazy.
Holy shit, listen to it.
It's so nuts. That fucking distortion hit thing is just insane.
That's 90s recording
It
for you right
really
there.
is.
It's like where the songwriting was like outpaced the recording
Yep.
of, you know, because like early 90s, this is like when the whole era of, I mean, you know, like in the garage bands when we were playing when we were kids, like it's one of the normal things of every song that you have is like you play clean guitar in the verse and then you stomp on your distortion pedal
Yep.
for the chorus.
Yeah, that's like
You
90s.
switch between that's 90s guitar,
Loud, soft, loud.
loud, soft, loud.
Yep.
And like they recorded it that way.
Yep.
Of him just like, I'm just
Yep.
gonna perform it going from clean to distorted.
No need
What the
for two
fuck?
tracks. Let's just do it on one. Why not?
That's amazing, man. I love it. Okay, this is the end. This is way more simple than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Luckily.
Luckily. Same thing.
Does he play on the outro? Oh, that is the outro.
That is the outro. All right. So
Nice. That's not too bad. Though the trick will be, how do we do that and make it sound more reggae?
yes, I don't know. I think I just need to kind of feel it and see
Yeah.
what happens. I'll just start by playing that exact same thing but palm muted.
Yep.
Let's see. Any ideas? Any suggestions you have?
Well, I think we may very well have to. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I'm thinking. That's where I think ultimately we'll arrive at. So I almost think we should just skip. Yeah, let's just jump straight to playing this as a stick part.
Yeah, it's probably what's going to end up being the best. Let's
Yeah.
just try it out.
Yeah.
When you're in a phone, can look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather. You're beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special. But I'm a creep.
Yeah. I think it's pretty sweet.
Something like that.
I
Because, like, yeah.
only
sorry, go
thing
ahead.
is, well, the way it is now, it's harder to hear the notes articulated. So either we need to just compress the shit out of your guitar,
Yeah.
or I'm trying to think what else we could do.
Yeah, right. Because the notes need to be longer. Because it's like
Yeah.
the original one.
Yeah.
And this is the part that your ear follows in the
Yes,
original song.
Yes. This is like the iconic part.
So it needs to be present.
Yeah.
Compression may be the way.
Yeah.
Especially when we get to the other part. Those notes are so much louder.
Definitely.
Like, if it's just...
Yeah. Yeah. I think we just gotta squash it.
Let me try playing, switching pickups or something.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next suggestion. Maybe just
Okay.
fool around with that.
Okay.
unfortunately.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think the neck.
It's also louder.
It is louder. I think probably the middle pickup one. That one's probably the best
Okay.
to strike a balance between sounding like the original but being a stick part.
Yeah.
Um,
So that was the second sound.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Although I do like the neck, but yeah, I think it's just at that point you might as well just play it how he plays it. You know.
Right. It's like it's the best guitar tone, but it's not a reggae sound.
Right. Yeah. So
Whoops.
yeah, I say do it with the middle pickup.
Okay.
And you're probably not gonna be able to compress it right now, but that's okay. But maybe we'll just try and compress it to shit later.
Okay.
I don't know. Unless you have other ideas.
No.
Yeah.
Well, once we record it here, we can, just audition it with a compressor. We can put a compressor on there, check
Okay.
and see if that works.
Okay. Yeah. Let's try
Just
that.
so that we know for when you actually mix it.
Why don't you just do the first verse and then let's like you said, let's audition it with a compressor and just see what that sounds like. And if that sounds good and it's worth doing, then we'll continue.
Okay.
When you were a fool, can look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special. But I'm a creep.
All right.
Right. It's good for a test. I think
Yeah.
the performance of it could be more Jamaican
Yeah,
style
yeah.
than that.
Yeah, definitely.
That was more Radioheady in performance. I'm gonna try starting with the Renaissance axe.
Okay. Porque.
Porque it is. This is really good at making every guitar note the same volume.
Nice.
And it's not super pumpy sounding as a compressor. But let's see what we get.
Cool.
This might be a job for this kind of leveling. It might be the kind of a job for more than one compressor.
Yeah, yeah. Already sounds a lot better.
Yeah.
The truth will be in when you get to those high E string notes.
When you were a fool, can look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special. But I'm a creep.
I think overall it sounds a lot better.
Yeah. Those notes aren't as bad, not as egregious. And
Yeah.
if you can level it out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
when you
Yeah, and it's
actually
more
mix it.
like the rest of it. The high E string notes, yes, those are definitely tucked in a little better. But it's more the rest of it. You can hear. It's just much more articulated. You can hear the rest of the notes a lot better.
I think two things. One, in the performance of it, the way that it's going to make it stylistically right, what we want is I need to take out all concurrent notes. It needs to be a single note at a time.
Okay. Yeah.
Instead of,
Yeah.
that's what's making it sound rock and roll.
That is what it is, huh?
You know, like somebody picking a melody or
Yeah.
something. And I think maybe the bridge pickup, maybe
Okay.
even more kind of, I don't know. What do you think? Maybe it was only the fact that I was holding multiple notes that made it sound too rock and roll. But it kind of sounded like the tone was a bit rock and roll to me as well.
Okay.
What do you think?
Try it. Try it with the bridge and yeah, try it more Jamaican.
Okay. Here's another test.
All right.
When you were here before, can look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special. I'm a creep.
Nice. I think it sounds a lot better.
All right.
What do you think?
Let's hear what it sounds like with the compressor on.
Okay. I like that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
When you were here before, can look you in the eye.
Do you feel like this song is like super prophetic for like Instagram culture?
Oh man. Yeah, just like
Like it's just like
that feeling of
body
looking at
dysmorphia
them.
song that like everyone actually has and doesn't realize now.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. I like that. I think you're right. That's the best version of that part so far.
Okay. Yeah, I think from this point on, I just got to play it good.
Yeah. Groove
Past this
Changer
point.
says, "This is fucking great." Thanks, dude.
All right, that's a good sign.
Preach.
Coming from the creep aficionado,
Yep.
the one who would know.
Yep.
Okay.
Sweet.
So let me just do good at playing.
Let's do good. Thank you to everybody who's still hanging in there and watching with us. We appreciate you as well.
I keep playing a bunch of wrong notes because it skips a string. It's not. My left hand goes. and then my right hand goes, and it results in. Okay.
If you are still watching, I'm gonna drop the link, but be sure to go over there and hit the notification bell for our new episode of Playback. It is dropping tomorrow. Our brand new show. Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
When you wear a phone, can look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special. But I'm a creep.
Shit is hard to play, man.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Yeah, it sounded good though. I thought I only heard one kind of weird thing earlier, towards the beginning.
Let's see. I'm gonna look up on the internet. I'm look up creep, like the guitar tab, and see if there's like a pattern
That's a good. Yeah, that's a good idea.
to it. So this guy says it's. What? Fuck that. It's gonna take too long. No, it's too complicated.
Been hanging out with me too much.
Yeah. All that famous wise owl meticulousness.
Yep.
Check it out now.
Yeah, no, see, dude,
When see what happens when the going gets tough.
I don't think it matters so much that it's exact. I think you've got the big picture
Yeah.
of it, which is where it's relatively contained the first time through, and then the second time through you introduce the high notes. But as long as you maintain that, everything in between doesn't really need to be exact. I mean, it's going to read as that part no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I agree with you.
yeah. Agreement button. Woo! Let's do that song. Fuck this song.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
That was
Just,
kinda
keep
cool.
saying there. All right. That's enough of that.
When you wear a phone, can look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry.
Wow.
What?
Way to go. Way to fuck the song up.
I got onto like halfway through that. I was like, oh, I see what I'm supposed to do. Like, there's always a moment for every part, like bass or guitar or doesn't matter what instrument.
Yeah.
Some moment where it's like, oh, okay, I see.
Yep.
I see how this makes sense now. I see what I should play. So that happened halfway through that.
quick little mailbag we got 20 minutes ago from Dak Crowell. Who was one of the artists we featured today on the show. He said, "Cool, so glad to hear this. Thanks so much for airing that. And if you guys liked that one, try Those Nights Were Lovely. It's a restructure of Grace Jones' classic version of La Vie en Rose with a few weird time slippage incidents, but it still maintains that New York disco sound in a sense. Super cool. Love Grace Jones. Love La Vie en Rose. Love everything you're doing, Dak. So thanks for hanging out,
Awesome.
being a good sport." Submitting your music takes a lot of guts to submit your music for people who don't know who you are and are gonna play it in front of a bunch of strangers. So major props to everybody that sends music in. And if you want to send your music in, I forgot to say this earlier, send it to blackmarketreggae@gmail.com. Put music submission in the subject line and we'll play your stuff on the show. Back to recording. But thank you, Dak. Great to hear from you.
Yeah. Yeah, great work. I didn't even know that Grace Jones sang La Vie en Rose.
I didn't either. She must have done it, the cover, I guess.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty sweet. I love that song.
Yep. Okay. Here we go.
When you were a fool, can look in your eyes. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special. But I'm a creep.
Very nice.
Strongest yet, right?
Yes, best one yet for sure.
I just gave myself a new pattern to play. It's not the same one that he plays, but it is a pattern.
It totally reads the same.
So,
I would not have
yeah.
been able to tell. I couldn't tell that you changed it.
Yeah, it's just
I think you should deviate even more on the second verse. I think this part should evolve more and more into like a traditional stick part. Like do more stuff like
yeah, there's little gallops and shit.
yeah.
Nice.
Introduce that in the second one.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
I think I just need to fix how it ended.
Special. You're so very special. But I'm a creep.
Maybe not. It's
Sounded
fine
good to
how
me.
it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds great, man.
All right. Coop. Second voice.
Yeah.
That's okay if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. So very special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds great. That really works in the second verse too, because the organ pattern kind of changes, gets a little funkier too.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Energy's
fun.
building.
Yes, big time.
Listen through just a bit because I'm not sure. Like there's some little inconsistencies that when it's compressed, I don't know if they'll become like too egregious. I don't know.
I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. So very special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep.
What do you think?
I didn't hear anything weird.
Okay.
I was grooving that whole time.
All right. Cool.
I was lost in a daydream of Radiohead hearing and liking this song, this version.
That liminal Radiohead
Yeah.
space.
No, you know what? I only think of that because Johnny Greenwood is a huge fan of dub. He has put out an album called Johnny Greenwood is the Selector. Or
Yes.
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just a bunch of his favorite like dub tracks.
It's a really good compilation.
Yeah, so
It's deep stuff.
yeah, it is. He knows what he's doing. So yeah, Johnny, if you're watching this at a later date,
Or if you're watching right now
or if you're watching right now,
and you're
secretly,
pretending that your name is Groove Stranger, we're
yeah,
on to you.
yeah.
Okay. The outro is next.
Outro, yeah. So, what do you think you want to
Yeah,
do
we-
for the outro? Because the outro is going to be different.
I honestly have no idea.
Okay.
Kind of want to just find the place.
Yeah. Okay. Let's feel it out.
Okay, let's try it.
Whatever makes you happy, whatever you want. You're so very special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep.
I didn't get there, but what do you think when you hear it?
I like it. Yeah, I think just keep doing it. I think it works well over that. And
So, like, don't change the dynamic of it? Like, just...
I don't think so. I thought it sounded cool. I mean,
So I
what do
think
you think?
Here, let me listen to... Let's see what the original guitar does.
It's kind of more of the same again.
Yeah, in the Radiohead version, it's like the band drops behind the guitar.
Yeah.
The guitar is... Everybody else is following... Even the vocal is following the steady guitar that's holding
Yep.
everything down. So try that. See if it
Yeah.
translates into our version.
Do it.
Whatever makes you happy, whatever you want. You're so very special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here.
I love it.
Nice. Yeah.
Sounds great.
I think the only part of it that I need to punch is I missed the high G note.
Okay.
Other than that, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
Yeah,
It's gonna be dubbed out too.
Oh yeah, no, that's like what I'm thinking about right now. Is like all
I
this
forgot
stuff
about that.
just be great, dub fodder, all of it.
But I'm a creep.
Right there. I totally forgot that this isn't gonna play straight through dry.
Yeah, not necessarily. Who knows? It kind of depends on the day how it goes.
Yeah, that's
It
true.
could, it could not. Don't know.
But I'm a creep. I'm a widow.
I think that was the best sounding high note that I've played this entire time.
Yeah,
Like the dynamic of it was perfect.
yeah,
I think that was mainly the thing. It's not like there's anything wrong with the note. It's just the way that I've been playing those high notes is the dynamic is way off just because of how hard it's been for me to play this.
right. Yeah. Yeah, arpeggiated stuff is always kind of. It feels unnatural to play as a guitar player. It's
Yeah.
very strange.
Yeah.
Because you want to like cover all the strings, but also not play them all at once.
Yeah, dude. What you have to do with your left hand to arpeggiate things on a guitar is crazy.
Yeah,
Like apply pressure.
yeah.
But I'm a creep. I'm a
Perfect.
widow. But that
Nice.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
You like how it ended?
I do.
I don't belong here.
Yeah,
How does he end it?
that's a good question.
Yeah, I do too. I think that sounds good.
Does sound good. But yeah, it would be nice if he does end it different. We should probably do that.
Nope. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
All right. There you have it.
There you have it, folks.
There she blows.
Wise Owl. Dub clap for Wise Owl. Wise Owl's not going to clap for himself, so I'll
I don't mind. Let's clap for me.
clap for Brady!
Yay, me. Everybody clap for me. I like it.
Yes. All right. Well, I think that concludes our recording of Creep by Radiohead. I'm going to add another big distortion guitar part, but other than that, I think the song
Nice.
is probably there. I think beefing up that big distortion thing will probably carry it across the finish line in a nice way. Man, thank you guys, everybody who's hung out and watched the stream today and every week. We're here every Thursday at noon Central Time, 1 p.m. East Coast. What time is that? What, 11 or 10? 10
10
10
a.m.
a.m. West
Pacific
Coast.
time. 10 a.m. West Coast USA. It's 5 p.m. UK, I
Yeah.
think, and 6 p.m. Europe,
Yes.
I think.
Just one more time to drive it home. If you guys haven't yet, please.
Yeah, tomorrow's
Please.
the big day, y'all.
Tomorrow is the big day. We're dropping Playback Episode 1. We're reviewing Rubber Soul. This is the debut of our brand new show for this channel. We do a deep dive into albums. We talk about it, whether we like them or not, go into how they were made, production, all that good stuff. It's fun, it's funny, it's candid. It's me and Brandon with an edit button. It's all you've ever
Yeah.
wanted.
Yeah, it's this show, but fixed.
Yeah. So if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell on this premiere so that you can get alerted as soon as it starts and watch along with us tomorrow while the video premieres.
Andy just snuck back in at some point.
Andy, you motherfucker, where?
He says, "Cheers, lads." I'm like, "How long have you been here?"
Yeah, welcome back, Andy. What up? Cool. Well, please, tomorrow when the show drops, share this. Share this on social media. Share it on Instagram, Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, wherever you guys can think of, so we can hit the ground running with this new show.
Yes. And enjoy.
Yes, enjoy it. Yeah, we want to hear what you guys think. So send us a mailbag. Leave a comment on the episode. We really want to know what you guys think. We've worked really hard on this, so we'd love some feedback. Brando,
Yes.
I think
Yes, Nate.
I think it's about that time that we say goodbye.
All right. Goodbye.
Love
we
y'all.
love you. See you next week.
One of my favorite tracks we've ever done. Go listen to Kung Fu album today. It's fucking sweet. All right, love you guys. Peace.
Goodbye.